not on the microphone, he's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
If you look around, the whole world's coming together now. That's what they say. Let's shout out first and foremost. You know, I never, there's two things I try to not do, Jason Ross. Number one, if you're wrong about something, don't hide it, own it. Because, of course, if you're right about something, you're like, I was right about it. Also, if you whine about something, you got to praise when the thing that you whined about happens. Shout out to our engineering team. As look at this, left, right on the mouse. Left, right. Remember yesterday we had to go opposite?
Yeah, but can you get over there?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
The little things.
Yes. That's a huge victory.
That is. And I think there's a sub thanks in there to Christopher Lloyd. I'm assuming you put that in your email with other stuff as we talked about.
As you brought it up, I just forgot to ask.
Oh. How did it get fixed then? They heard? I didn't talk to him.
I'm guessing it was on their list.
Maybe other shows said the same.
Yeah, maybe, but I find that because we were gone for over 2 weeks and it didn't get done.
True.
Yeah, so point. I'm guessing.
Maybe Watkins lost it on Joe yesterday.
It just said, folk, like enough with the mountain biking.
Yeah.
I will shave your mustache.
Yes.
Our engineering guys are I had a long talk with my daughter at one point during our trip because she told me about how she was out with Mason and I had a boys' day, and we went. That's when we saw the soccer stadiums in Manchester, and the girls went shopping. And Avery was telling me that
I'm freaking jacked.
That Avery was telling me that night about how they went to an eatery. I don't know. And they completely destroyed Avery's order. And she's telling me the story. And look, like, everyone thinks they have great kids or whatever. I know I have great kids, but I am, weirdly enough, I'm strict and I'm kind of hard on them, which you wouldn't think, but I actually am. And she was telling me this story. And she's like, yeah, and it was so annoying. And then, like, you know, and I just, it's like, I just want to say, like, you know, we've been waiting for like 45 minutes. Oh, no, they didn't mess up the order. They forgot their order. They were sitting there for like 20 minutes. It was fairly busy. And then finally, Melissa.
A lot of Yanks coming and taking off.
Right, exactly. So Melissa noticed like some people that had come in and sat down after them, multiple people had been served their food and they hadn't. So Melissa goes to the counter and it's like, hey, just wondering, you know, and they go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We never put your order in. We're so like super apologetic, super nice. So Avery's explaining the story. And she's like, and I was hangry. And she's like, I don't know if I would have been as calm as mommy was. And I was like, it's time for us to have a heart to heart about this. And so I went through the whole explanation. There are people in this world that you just absolutely kiss ass to. Doctors, engineers, and anyone that handles your food. And if anyone's ever worked in the food business, you know where I'm going here. When you get people that roll in there that complain or they're, you know, Karen-ish about it, like, let me give you an example, and I'll use the thing that's one of the most precious things in my life, my mother. Look, my mom says what she thinks. I love her for it. She's very blunt, very whatever. She's a sweetheart of a woman. I have not eaten out with my mother. I have not gone out to eat with my mother. I've not eaten at a restaurant with my mother, I think, in 10 years. I won't do it. I will go to her house and cook. I will eat. I will not go out and eat publicly with my mom, because my mother, whereas you and I would order, oh, I'll have the eggs, the sausage and hash browns, please. My mother, I'll have the eggs, sausage and hash browns, please. I would like the eggs over easy. Just flip them over for 2 seconds, maybe. No salt on the hash browns. And can I get 1 sausage and 1 bacon? Just stuff like that. And inevitably, 50% of the time, there's something wrong with the order, and she'll tell them about it. And in a nice way. She's never rude per se, but she'll say, the eggs are a little, can you redo them for me, please? And in my look, everybody tips however they want. I know tipping culture is crazy. I think I operate, the standard tip is 20%. Takeouts, like, that's just how I.
If they throw it in my face, they're getting a 20% tip.
If they, right. So my mother believes that tips are earned, not required. Now, not to say she doesn't tip, she does, but it's to her service above and beyond. And we've had this conversation. It's like, no, here's the way. It doesn't matter. I've told my mother, and I know I'm not trying to make her out to be a monster. She's just old school, man. She's old school and a certain type of person, if you will. Friends of mine know what I'm talking about. The amount, and I've told her this, Mom, the amount of boogers and loogies and pubes you've eaten in your life is off the chart.
You've told her this?
We've had this conversation. I know I don't say it like that, but I say, Mom, you have
to have the talk with her.
You have to understand this. These people are overworked, underpaid, incredibly busy. Yes, they have a job to do and they should do it right. I totally agree with you. But they also will sometimes take out their frustrations or anger on people in ways that maybe we don't agree with, but that's the power that they have. You want extra butter on your toast? You may get that butter on your toast, but it ain't going to be butter. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to do things, and it's just, she is how she is, and God bless it, but I can't do it because I just cringe. I have apologized because I am so afraid after an interaction that my mom is going to have, scrambled eggs and bugs, that I've literally like, oh, Mom, I'm going to go smoke real quick or something, and the family's always there. And I've like taken the waitress or waiter saying like, hey, look, I am so, and they're always great. Oh God, no, are you kidding? She's great.
Right.
But just in case, I'm like trying to protect her, and maybe I'm oversensitive about it. So with Avery, I had that talk with her. I was like, let me tell you something. With the exception of, for example, if you were to order soup and the waiter or waitress were to come out and literally dump it on your face, burning you and scalding you and scarring you for life, then you can get upset. But that's the benchmark. Short of that, with few exceptions, it's okay to ask for extra this, or can I get a side of gravy, or hey, could I get the ranch when you get a second? You almost want to apologize when you ask for things. Ask for it in a very respectful, apologetic way. Not because you're not confident, not because you're not a grown man or woman, not because you should operate in the food industry deathly afraid of anything that can happen. And you know what? Maybe that's not your personality, but in the end, you can almost be assured that the chances of you having your food screwed with, which is one of my biggest fears in life, is not going to happen.
Did you tell her too? It's important if it's a female to say at the end, toots. Can I get a side of ranch, toots?
Hey, dame.
I think I might have been with you when you decided not to go to a restaurant with your mother again.
You're saying like you would have done the same thing?
No. I think I was physically with you when you came to that decision.
Wait, you were with me and my mom in a restaurant?
No, it was the cruise, the famous cruise that we both had to be in. And you were like smoking, just like, I just don't think I could do it anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. You're probably,
because then I was looking at that, I'm like, yeah, that's about 10 years ago.
Yeah, you're probably right, because I actually,
when you guys vacationed together,
I guess I kind of lied there, because you're right. I think that was the last time, because we all had, you have to have dinner together.
You can't make anything.
I know they're going to hear this. Mom, I love you, and and I know you just, look, my mom is a saint. I can't underscore that enough. It's just a different point of view on things. All I'm saying is respect your food service people. I've worked in food service. Most of us have worked in food service. Not all, but
I think everyone should have to at some point. In
I
their life.
think everyone, it's like how I worked a year in sales here and it completely changed my career. Everybody should have to work in either food service or retail. Everybody should. It's like you're drafted into the Army or something. Like you have to serve a year minimum in retail or food service because it will give you a sense of respect and understanding that, look, when I worked, I'm the same for me. When I on my kids, I never did anything like that when I did. But I was not at a great point in my life. I did not enjoy the job. I was very angry at things, mostly myself and my life and people around. I was not in a good spot. Now, I'm not trying to paint the whole industry with a broad brush. I'm saying they handle your food. You never know. Just be respectful. That's the moral of the story, Jason Ross.
I agree, 100%.
And yesterday, like all the kid stuff started back as Monday. We're all back, and they start school Wednesday. So we had a soccer practice, a double band camp, and my daughter is like the band leader now. Wow. She's a senior. She is in charge. She is the number one kid, band leader in charge of the whole thing. And then my son, who hates, well, I shouldn't say, he wanted another elective and didn't get it. So he's going into year 2 with his clarinet, but now his older sister's his boss, which is hilarious.
What does he play?
Clarinet.
Can you show it?
Damn it. So, needless to tell you say this happens during the year. Sometimes, it's like late, you had soccer practice, blah, blah, blah. We're all running around. Nobody wants to cook. And I'm not trying to trigger people and start a conversation. I'm just trying to be a guy here. I walked into, we didn't want to do fast food. So I walked into a local sandwich shop. I won't say which. It's a chain. It's a rather large one. I've never done this before. In my life, I've never done this before. I walked in. There's like 3 people in line looking at the menu. I know what everybody wants. My wife and I usually split a turkey that happens to be a foot long. I walked out. I've never done this before. I looked at the menu. It was $15 for a foot-long turkey sandwich. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, but in my head I went, I paid my taxes. I do. That's one sandwich. And then I started doing the math. 2 little French bread rolls. It's about $3. You cut them in half, the big long ones. Lettuce, had a lettuce, $1.50. Thing of turkey, $4 or $5. Tomato, onion. I walked out of Subway. I went across the street to the Winco. Oh, I walked out of the sandwich shop. That may or may not have been a big chain.
No, you're underground.
I was underground. I went to Winco. I bought all the ingredients for everything. I made sandwiches out of spite. And you know what? The whole thing, it would have been easily over $40 for 4 of us to have a 6-inch sandwich. 30. I spent like $21 and I have leftovers for lunch today. I've never done that before, but I was like, $15? What happened to the commercials with the catchy song about the 12-inch sandwich? Where are we? I'm even getting it in my voice, the old man. Jason, everything's too expensive.
Did you?
Oh, man, I'm out of cash.
Did you make the sandwich and then eat it in the store?
Walk back in,
yeah,
just outside the window, just eat.
Oh, what would be better is if you get your own sandwich stuff, and then you just set up a table out there, like, hey, what are you gonna do? I could underbid them by $2.
Right. Yeah. Just come on in. I could go across the street and I could make 6-inch turkey sandwiches for probably $3 a sandwich. And that's less than half of what they're charging. I get you got rent, you got employees, I understand that. And I get the way of the world and inflation and all that. Thanks, Obama, or whatever we say. But golly. So I made my own sandwich. How are you?
This was after You told Avery about
Well, when I walk, all right, we'll end.
what
this
was
way.
in her sandwich?
We'll end this way.
Well, you didn't get the food made there.
I didn't, but
No, but you made
this is just how much of a lame-o I am. So there were like 3 people in line, and then as I'm standing in line, I'm reading the menu, and they were like, by the time I made the decision, there were like 3 people behind me. Walk out, go to the grocery store. That's what any normal person would do. Reach into my pocket.
Hello?
Hello. Oh, hey, how you doing? And then I walk out, and then I
Found it?
still pretend to talk on the phone until I get in my car,
Wow.
worried that they're watching me.
Okay, can you reenact it? Like, what are you saying
What am I saying?
besides the hello? Because you got to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, what's your
All
filler
right, so
words?
reach into the pocket
Yeah.
here. All right.
I'm behind you going,
Hello?
oh, this guy got a call.
Hello. Oh, hey, hold on. I'm in. Let me walk outside real quick. Hold on a second. Put the phone kind of. Then I walked out, and then here's my car, and then I put the phone back up to my ear. Now here's my thing. I don't talk.
Oh, you're
I
just
just
listening.
kind of.
You're listening.
I mouth my words.
Oh, you.
I lip sync.
Wow.
So I'm just like,
I was hoping you had like no,
I even-
because I'll pick up turkey. No, what I'll do is I'll get the turkey and
I
I'll get
even
it.
do hand gestures.
You made a
with it.
huge mistake.
Wow.
You're supposed to say to the person behind you, this might take a while. Let's go ahead and take mine.
We'll take a break.
Hey, I hear it's cheaper at the store.
When we come back,
Call me.
Follow me to freedom.
Grab your phone and act like you're taking a call.
Hey, you call me.
leading off is next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
As a roofer, I don't have time to fail. Homeowners rely on me, so I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique network of branches work together to get me what I need when I need it. And with the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Now through September 15th, purchase high-quality GAF with Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Cat will launch for 3. Around and out. No good. Rebound tracked down by Kevin Herter. And the Kings look for the lead. 2:10 to play in overtime. Monk into the front court. Accelerates. Launches. Scores! Another 3-pointer for Malik. He's up to 39 points. And the Kings take the advantage. 123-120. It's our 25th lead change of this contest.
I got a business idea to help fund my sandwich addiction, apparently. Once again, we actually need some production on this. Welcome to another episode of Let's Make the Sacramento Kings Money. I would like a greeting card set. And when you open it, it's just G-Man calling a game. Like you open it and it's just like, hey, he's got the bucket.
I mean, you hit the play button there, and I'm like, hey,
You-
man,
right.
I just immediately perked up.
And I perked to your
Yeah.
perk, and I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I got little butterflies.
You're
You're excited.
Your gestures today are on
They are
point.
not great. His voice
Yes.
just
Makes the world better.
And you and I are lucky enough to be friends.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to say that we're friends of Gary Gerald.
Yes.
And Gary's really good about birthday wishes.
Yes, he
Here's
is.
my favorite thing about texting with Gary Gerald. He texts me something cool like, "Hey, happy birthday, big man! Been
Bump your booty out there, brother.
enjoying your travel, whatever."
Yeah.
Right? And I go, "Thanks so much, G Legend. Hope to see you soon." Without fail, every time, like, unless there needs to be a response, his close to the conversation is in the like little yellow face emoji with the black sunglasses every single time, and I love it so
Yeah.
much. He's personality. He's great,
Yes.
and he is the all-time. There will never be another. I mean, look, God bless you. You're the heir apparent, but there's never going to be another
Totally
voice of
get
the
it.
Kings,
Absolutely.
like Gary Gerald.
And we only have a few more weeks, months till he's working again.
Oh, jeez! I was like, "Are you making an announcement?"
No.
Did he tell you? Chris,
Shameful performance.
did that get you a little bit too? Where I was like, "Is he? No. What? Are you breaking? Is this the second straight day we're breaking news on the show accidentally?" Okay.
Oh, this isn't Ward.
No. That's true. Ward's our
newsbreaker.
He's our Walter Cronkite of
Yes.
the show.
No, a few more weeks till Kings basketball.
Yes. Oh God, I can't wait. And we, as Ward broke, it is my favorite thing to give credit to Ward in the chat. As Ward in the chat Ward, as Chat Ward broke the news, and apparently his source was not happy that he did. He said it in the chat publicly.
Oh, his source.
He said in the chat publicly yesterday, he was like, my source called me, wasn't happy, but oh well.
Ward's been a little tough on the Beaver.
I will say Ward took one for the team.
Yeah.
And we appreciate Ward for that. As upset as his source may be, or she. Well,
that's true.
Right. I don't know.
Deal with it.
Right. Also, before we move on to number 2, I can tell this is going to be one of them days, man, because the brain's going. Montgomery Ward done? Or is it closed forever?
Oh, my goodness.
Right?
Hasn't it been a long time?
Yeah.
I feel like it's been closed for a long time, but
was it a partner of something? Did it turn into something else? Like
Mervin's?
There's like a whole group, Montgomery Ward, Wine Stocks, Mervin's.
Isn't Sears become that now?
Sears, Miller's Outpost, right? Which that was every back to school.
Yeah.
Is Marshall still around?
I believe so. I believe so.
Montgomery Ward is still around.
Hey!
No.
Hey!
But as an online shopping and mail order catalog retailer.
Let's see if we can buy anything.
Does anyone go to Montgomery Ward's online? They're like, hey!
I need to get a shirt. I better go to MontgomeryWards.com.
I know that there's this Amazon thing. What maybe Montgomery Ward just needs
shop furniture and electronics.
Oh. Maybe it just needs a rebrand. Like
leading off, brought to you by Montgomery Wards.
Online. What if it becomes Ward Montgomery? They
just switch it.
Yeah.
Or Monty Ward, M Ward. Aaron Montgomery Ward started his business in Chicago. Interesting. In 1896, Montgomery Ward's encountered its first serious competition in the mail order business when a gentleman by the name of Richard Warren Sears introduced his first general catalog.
Richard.
This might be too much info, but I got to tell you something, man. Back in the day, so my mom would get like the big, thick-ass Sears catalog every year, right? I owe a lot to that catalog growing up. Just telling you. Let me tell you, there was gross. What are you talking about? There were times where I would, as soon as she was done with it, I would grab that catalog, go upstairs, shut the door, get on the bed. Dude,
shameful performance.
The sporting equipment section they had in there, basketballs, baseballs, new baseball glove, cleats. Oh, I would like circle them and then rip the pages out and kind of leave them around for Christmas because the catalogs always came out in the fall. A lot of great sporting equipment at Sears. Shout out to Richard Warren Sears.
Richard.
And
they have new arrivals at Montgomery Ward.
Like what, Jason, as I try to get this mouse to work on the thing?
Bob's Men's Slip-Ins Squad Chaos Sneaker by Skechers.
Bob's Men's Slip-Ins?
Uh-huh.
I feel like that should be called Slip-Ons.
I pay my taxes.
Nope, that's Slip-Ins.
Yeah. Because they're Skechers.
Well, that's a whole different segment. Cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
Alabama at number 5. That may be a career achievement for some schools, but for Alabama, it is the lowest preseason ranking since 2009. That was Nick Saban's second year when he won the national championship. Kalen DeBoer, probably okay with number 5. He is still third in the SEC, expected to make a serious run at the playoffs. So not too many hung heads in Tuscaloosa, but still startling to see a non-Nick Saban team ranked that low.
The polls are out. College football, yours and my favorite time of the year, because I know this after working with you forever. You and I disagree on some things, but man, by the way, it's been a long time since we've had a really good disagreement. Where like somebody, like you and I, like
Did
really
you remember yesterday? It's your problem, man.
I don't know. Was that when you? Was last time we had a disagreement? We're due for like a big one of those ones where like one of us just walks out.
Both.
Both walked. I don't know. How are you going to do that? Both walk out. Someone's got to say.
Chair throwing, some furniture moving.
Welcome to Chris Verlad's Wrestle Talk.
Actually, it's not a bad idea. We can claim it as like a work day.
By the way, yesterday coming back, with me being gone that long, I had a lot of, we do endorsements here, and I had a lot of stuff to catch up on. So, do you have it, Chris? Okay, because I do too. I'd rather have your version, so I'll lead into this. So I've got, one of my absolute favorite clients, Hoblet. They have a ton of stuff going on. I'll tell you a little bit about it later with the Make This the truck event month thing. And that's exactly what it is. Amazing deals. And, you get your paper, and our good friend Angie, the hardest working person in the whole building, underappreciated, overworked, and treated like crap by half the staff. She's, she hits record, and you walk in, you get the mic, and you have your little, and that's the recorded spots you hear. So, you do a whole thing. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody, it's Carmichael Dave for and I just want to say hi. And so, we work in a professional environment. So, normally people would close the door, but there's nobody in the halls. So, I get going on the whole thing, and I vamped as long as I can on this, Chris. Are we? Stay tuned. I'll have the rest of that conversation.
That's a tease.
That is a tease. In the meantime, Chris, just give me cut number 3 real quick, and we'll get
cut number 3.
Feels like this game has a lot of weight to it. Darno out to right field. Yastrzemski caught it, but the Braves are going to be on the board. Somebody is on the board. It took us till the 10th inning, but it's 1-0 Atlanta.
Yeah, man, that was a absolute pitcher's duel.
Yes.
You feel bad for the Giants. We'll talk about that later. Because Blake Snell just continued.
He was great.
Yeah, he's back to himself again. But could not get the decision. Boy, did I pick a great day. I don't know the results, but boy, did I pick a great day for Mark Canna. I just saw they had 3 hits. So we'll figure that out at 8:44. So anyways, sad for the Giants. Good job, Blake Snell. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. So I'm cutting this spot, one of a pile of spots I have to do since I'm back. And this happens. All right. Hoblet Jeep Dodge in 3, 2, 1. What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet. Hey, I think you need to cut it there. I think because I know there's I know there's a word in there a little bit later.
Oh, she cut it out.
Oh, she cut it. Oh, she did. Play that one more time, please. If you would. Thanks, Chris. All right. Hoblet Jeep Dodge in 3, 2, 1. What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet. And I'm sitting there.
Thank you so much.
About to have a conversation. Now, thank God he couldn't hear it on the other line. But I'm setting up this conversation with Chad. That happens. And I'm going, thanks, Chris. That's the professionalism we deal with here at the station.
And I don't think it's appreciated how far away I actually was.
Yeah,
when I
he
burped.
really and didn't know. I'll give this to him. I think he thought the door was closed.
I knew it was open.
I was trying to cover for you, and you just walked right over it. Yeah, he knew the door was open. He knew what was going on. He knew what he was doing.
Stopped you in your tracks.
So I had to take Chris aside and talk to him about respect for our business. Yeah, we had a very good productive conversation.
Did you?
We'll take a break when we come back. Kings Open versus Minnesota, Fox versus Ant, all that and more right here on your home of Gary Gerald and the Sacramento Kings, Sacramento Sports.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
When you were young, all you wanted in the summer was an ice cream truck to roll by. Now, you just can't wait for the Harbor Freight parking lot sale to roll around. And it'll be here this weekend. Maybe you're looking to fill up that tool chest. Maybe you're looking for a tool chest to fill up. You'll save money either way. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until August 18th, 2024. While supplies last. Limitations apply.
Small business owners, we know tackling your to-do list can sometimes feel like going 12 rounds against a heavyweight champ. Except that heavyweight's gloves are made of something hard, like diamonds. So when a new to-do pops up, you're like, I can't. I'm boxing my diamond boxing glove-wearing heavyweight champ of a to-do list. At Progressive, we don't want to make your day any harder. That's why we make it easy with over 30 customizable coverage options, so you can finally land a knockout blow. See if you can save on business insurance in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers.
Hey, thrill-seeking movie fans. It's time to get your tickets to see Alien Romulus, the IMAX experience at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
Whatever comes, we'll face it together.
Let's go. Experience the most terrifying life form in the universe on the largest screen in Sacramento. Don't miss opening weekend of Alien Romulus in front of the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen. Grab your tickets early at IMAX.com/Sacramento and reserve your seats today.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's Old One Report.
Sacramento, Dirks Bentley's coming to town.
What was I thinking? I'm getting drunk all the time.
Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Farmerly,
I love you just the way
Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
As a mom, I'd do anything to keep my child out of physical pain. Dr. Pamela Maida is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon. As a doctor, I know that growth spurts can cause pain in my child's feet, and that can affect their legs and back too. Good Feet Youth Arch supports are designed to alleviate, even eliminate common pain. Investing in youth arch supports for your child or teen is one of the best decisions you can make.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now
at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
What?
I was just thinking, you just told the story about Chris interrupted so beautifully your read yesterday.
Yeah.
He's kind of on to something right now. He's up to things. He nearly killed a Hall of Famer today.
Oh, do tell. That's a tease.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only part. The only part of the story I know is this. This is what I heard. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I meant to do that to Jason. That's all I heard. I don't know what else happened.
What did Chris come back from vacation? He's on a little bit of a rampage.
Yeah. So Chris, what happened?
So it was about 5:55, 5:56.
Oh, okay. I'm on to this now. Go ahead.
And that's about the time when Jason makes his appearance into this area of the building.
Yeah.
So
I hide over there on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get the rundowns from the printer. And as I'm doing that, I hear the door start to open. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get Jason so good. And I just went, hey! And it was Pat there. Just shocked. Stopped.
Didn't you have to catch him
I had
almost?
to sort of like hold him up. Falling over.
You might feel bad. I'll say this, and I know Pat really well, like you guys. So if you're gonna get anybody like that in the building, get Pat, because it's not like he's going through anything right now. Anyway,
Yeah,
he's dialed.
Yeah. No, the one to do is Tom, because that's just so much fun. You don't want to ever get Pat.
Okay.
If it was Tom, it would have been like, oh.
I have probably could put together 2 hours of clips of all the times I've videoed myself scaring Tom. Like messing with Tom is like one of the great.
It's fun.
He's such a sweet guy.
Yeah.
And he always forgets.
Can I just, I don't even want to like verbalize this, but I'm going to, just because I want to know if, you never know what other people think. So we still have the salt shakers? No?
Probably not.
I'm like legit starting to feel a little worried about killing him.
Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the older he gets, I have this recurring nightmare that I scare him and he's just like, ah. And I would feel
What would you do with the video?
I would feel so bad for a couple days.
Yeah.
And then probably release
Then
the
post
video.
it. Yeah. Like,
I would be
the gram.
You might kill 2 people that day because I might laugh. At that.
Right. Yeah, like Tom's getting wheeled. This is getting so bad. Tom's getting wheeled out in the gurney in one of them, Sacktown Sports body bags.
We need another one.
Right.
There goes Chris.
And then Chris sees it like, You ever take any of these Listerine?
I have.
Have you?
They're strong.
It's like dropping acid, but not that I know, but it's a tab that you put on your tongue and let it melt.
Yeah.
They are strong.
Yeah.
Just like the Sacramento Kings will be this year, hopefully, with the addition of DeMar DeRozan. Is it too cheesy to call it a DeMar debut? DeMar debut.
DeMar was okay.
DeMar DeRozan is going to play for the Kings for the first time against Minnesota at home in the home opener, therefore making his debut. And DeMar is spelled D-E-M-R, A-R, and then debut is D-E-B-U-T. All right, fine. Finish the show yourself. Let's just do Jason Ross all day.
No, thank you.
Can't hear what Chris is saying. I'm worried about that. Sorry.
Are you on goofball pills or something?
I am. I don't know why. I'm in a good mood today. I didn't go to sleep till like midnight last night.
I
took a way too long nap.
I was the same.
Usually the naps are like an hour.
Yeah.
And Monday is nap necessary because that's when you're catching up.
Yeah.
And
I got in the bed for the nap.
Do you usually not?
Maybe it's couch or sometimes maybe just like on top of the bed. Like, okay, I don't want to commit to anything. Like maybe 30 minutes, an hour. But I was like, no, under the covers and
yeah, you got to.
I was still catching up from
you're 3 hours behind.
Yeah.
And so I maybe it's delirious today. I can't sleep. I have to sleep in the bed with the door closed because I got the dogs.
Oh yeah.
I'll fall asleep on the couch.
They don't knock?
They don't. No, they're outside. But if I'm on the couch, I'll just be in the middle of sleep, and then all of a sudden, like I'm getting bagged by Gus or Gracie's freaking out and jumping on me and landing right on my But exactly. Also, shout out to everybody on the chat. We are all over the place. We'll get it back together. By the way, camp in the chat. That is well done and exactly right. I did research after the show to find out what happened while we were gone, and there were some hijinks.
There was.
And of course, in those situations, you're supposed to just like roll through, be a professional, don't acknowledge, it's none of your business, just carry on. And there's just like no chance of me doing that whatsoever. So that'll be a reference for a very long time. I'm a huge fan. Shout out to everybody now going back through based on our Montgomery Ward conversation. Somebody just brought up best.
Oh, Best with the block.
The blocks
Take it
in
out.
the beginning. You don't remember Best?
No, what was it like a
Jason might know. I remember this when I was a little kid. It's where Best Buy is.
Yeah, but it's just it was
is that a Northern California thing, maybe?
I don't.
Or is that, am I wrong on that? Is there a logo? Oh, maybe. Is that it? The red letters?
Red letter. Oh, I see what you're looking at this. No, I want to say it was blue.
I thought it was red.
The problem is when you Google things like old. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's the Best store with the bricks. Look, Chris, there it is. Right?
Yeah,
yeah. You don't remember those? Best, and that was like multi-purpose stuff, right? Electronics.
That's a little bragging,
right? Well,
like, I thought Best Buy was like they just renamed Best when it took over, but I don't think it
so.
did it.
Yeah.
But that's what I thought as a 9-year-old.
Yeah, the chain they started originally mediocre didn't fly, so they changed it to Best. Those are, but Best, like Amazon and the internet has killed off so many. Like
I don't know how many storefronts we're gonna have, and
Good Guys.
Yeah.
Anybody remember Flash? Or was that just in Carmichael on Fair Oaks Boulevard? It had like a yellow lightning bolt.
Circuit City.
Flash left the Circuit City. Well, I mean Tower.
Yeah,
Tower Records.
I have seen a Radio Shack, but there's not many of them.
I thought they're done.
I saw one in near Bandon.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that was open.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Was there a Blockbuster next to it?
That's Oregon, right?
That was my first ever, Blockbuster Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
My first ever computer I got for Christmas was a TRS-80 from old Tandy, Radio Shack. What do you want? Yeah, man. Internet. It's here to stay.
I finished it the other day. Read all of it.
Did you finish it?
Well, I'm not going to tell you the end.
You complete. Oh,
Spoiler.
Is it a twist? It's like the Sixth Sense. You're going to pull a Nate on Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The cameo at the end.
So anyways, DeMar DeRozan is going to make his debut against Minnesota.
Is that a DeMar debut?
That's a DeMar debut. There should be posters. Again, episode 2, Making the Kings Money. Sell stickers. Be able to put them on their Trapper Keepers.
Yeah.
You ever make a cover out of a paper bag for your textbooks?
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
You know what? They don't. My wife, the other day, before our trip, she likes to write, like journal things, just write, like take notes of the trip. She had this thing that she found, like an old, I don't even know where it was, somewhere in our house. And it just didn't look great. But she goes, I'm going to do a project to it. And she wrapped it in a bag.
Really?
And took it with her. I was like, hey, that was cool.
Yeah, what do kids do now to protect their textbooks? Or do they?
Do they have books?
Hey, speaking of, I know we got a break. Almost forgot. Congratulations to my wife. My wife, who was in between jobs out of the mortgage business, tough right now, which is fine. She,
Coach of the year.
She's coaching this year. She's going to be coaching women's basketball. And yesterday became, I won't say where, but she's now a full-time employee as an entry level. I don't know, is it an aide? I mean, it's a paid position.
Yeah.
But at blah, blah, blah schools, special education department.
Nice.
So she'll be starting that, I think this week, as a matter of fact.
And still coaching?
And still coaching. She wants to get into teaching and all that. So my wife dealing with people. What could go wrong? I'm just kidding.
Does she start school tomorrow too? Or
I think she might, actually. I'm going to have a scholastic household.
What are you going to do when you get home?
They got one of the whole Sears catalogs. We'll take a break. When we come back, save her out next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531, 808-2531.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Yes, MC on the chat. R.I.P. Fry's Electronics. Since we're doing a Throwback Tuesday.
Incredible Universe.
Yeah, was that
Didn't
the
they
same?
turn into the?
Man,
Cross-pollination.
I spent some money at Fry's. Oh my goodness, I would go in there to get like a memory card, and then while I was there, get some ice cream and popcorn, and then sit and watch the big screen TVs on sale, and then go look at the waffle irons. Like they had everything, like just the most random crap at Fry's. Fry's was like, for me, pre-Amazon, was like, oh, I'm here to buy a pillow for the airplane ride, and oh my god, a gumball machine that makes noises. That was Fry's. Fry's was like the most ADD store ever in the history of the world, because you had like the super nerd side too, which was like, here's all your microchips and how to build a computer. And you'd see like the computer builders. Yeah. That was like, they were over there in that section, which is like very akin to like at Winco or other stores where they have the big buckets of like loose leaf tea and spices and those little like malted chocolate balls. That's a certain group of people. You had the computer people, that was their group. You had the audiophiles over here, and then you had just like guys like me rolling through with my shopping cart, just getting ready to lose that paycheck. But those Sunday ads, man,
they work.
Remember the Sunday ads? It worked on me.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I did not know I needed a personal USB fan that could connect to my ball cap brim, and it's only 99 cents, and I can get a case of Pepsi for $2.99. Let's go.
Do the social media fan ads do the same thing?
Nope.
Yeah.
They
Isn't
don't.
that weird?
They don't. They absolutely don't.
It's like if you were talking about window shades with your wife, all of a sudden you're like, wait, why do I have...
Dozens.
Your phone hears you, and there they are, but that doesn't do it.
I'll tell you the ones that still work is like I'll walk into a grocery store and they have like the stack of like little grocery store newspapers with like, oh, Apple's on sale, 90. I wasn't, but now
you're like, I can get 5 of those.
Dude, I go into Safeway the other last weekend. I see the ads, right? I'm like, oh, I'm 4 for $2 avocados. Let's do this. But you have to download the app, and then you have to clip the coupon on the app for the free thingy. It's way too much stuff, man.
Make it easy for me.
How about just give me the deal?
Yeah.
And I'll buy it.
Right.
I'll even do a club card.
Right.
I'll give you my phone number. I'll do the club card. Last thing on that, since it is ADD Tuesday, And we were just talking about people in the workers that you want to be good to that work very hard. I would just, there should be this is one of those common sense things, I think. There should be training at every single grocery store and any other place that might do this. The amount of times that I have been in line at a grocery store and I'll hear the cashier ask the lady in front of me, oh, hey, and what's your club card number? And she'll be like, oh, 916, beep, boop, bop, boop. Never ask for the club card number verbally. Could you please enter in your number? Yeah. Every time I want to say something like, that could lead to things. Like, I don't think people, they separate their club card number from their phone number and they're sitting there giving it out in front of 20 strangers. And it's like, and then when I call them, they're like, why are you calling me?
Can I interest you in avocados?
I'm at home and my wife's at school.
Yes.
Question 1, safer out.
The Giants lost a heartbreaker to the Braves last night. Safer out. This actually gave you a little more hope for the season.
You know, it did. That's kind of where the question came from, because I found myself watching the game, and the offense didn't score and they lost. But what a great performance by Blake Snell again. And that is just so huge. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. They're in striking distance of the wild card. Chip in a chair when you get. I'm not trying to say the Giants are going to win a title, or hell, I said yesterday, I don't even think they'll make the wild card. But if Logan Webb's, Robbie Rays, and Blake Snell continues to Blake Snell, that's a problem. Right. Having 3 bona fide aces at the top of your lineup, and then Camilo Duvall's debut for Sacramento, he was all over the place. He almost had a perfect inning, an immaculate inning, and then proceeded to gas can again. But if he can figure, that's a whole weird thing, man. That dude was an all-star last year, and he's pitching for the River Cats. So, it did weirdly give me a little bit more hope just because Blake Snell seems to be back to himself again. Yeah,
I think last night was the Giants. Like, look, when you look at them and you say, what's the best thing they can be? It's that pitching staff. That's it. But the season-long problem has been hitting. And last night, you go 10 innings, can't punch over a run. The only run the Braves did was basically a sac fly. And that's how they scored in the 10th. And the Giants couldn't match that. And so they can't seemingly get the big hit. I believe in the pitching, enough of the pitching, but not the hitting. So that makes me nervous for them.
I think it's safe to say Giants probably win that game yesterday had they signed Aaron Judge.
Oh, easy.
That's one of those ones you point to and go, that's where you need the big bopper.
Yeah.
Question 2, please.
Jaron Duran wore a shirt that said F him to his pregame press availability. Safer out following his use of a homophobic slur. Is he doubling down?
Yeah. So, and just to be clear, he wasn't wearing a shirt celebrating radio. It wasn't FM. It didn't say F him. It said the F word, that one, the 4-letter one, apostrophe EM, as in F him. Could it have been a coincidence? Sure. I would bet every dollar in my pocket in yours, not that we carry cash, but that it wasn't. And look, dude, the guy yelled at a fan and called him the F slur, and it was very audible. And that's a no-no. By the way, even if it wasn't the F slur, even if it was, hey, you're a D-bag, like, dude, you don't do that. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I don't think athletes should have to take abuse.
Yeah, and fans be better too.
Exactly. Right. But nothing warrants that response.
And what the guy said wasn't that bad.
Yeah, call it a tennis racket. Ooh.
If he would have turned around and said, shut the F up.
Right. I mean,
it'd be ha-ha
right.
for a second, and then, we'd all forget about it.
But he went to Slur Town, and which is not a town you want to be in. And then we saw the apology, and, look, we even gave him a pass on that. I was like, okay, obviously your agent wrote it up, or probably the Red Sox wrote it up and was like, this is what we're putting out for you. But then the next day, the first thing you show up is, come on, man. Yeah. You're young, you're super talented, you're one of the big revelations of the year. You got your whole career in front of you. Don't be stupid. Don't double down. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, it was weird. I saw the clips of his press conference yesterday. I didn't see the shirt. That wasn't out yet. So I watched him and listened to him. I go, Under the circumstances, I thought his apology, or when he was being asked by people, and I'm like, okay, you said it. He can't back away from it. They'd suspended him for 2 games,
right.
and then later I went, oh wow, I didn't know he was wearing that shirt at the same time. So interesting choice he made.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing, man. Like, come on, dude. Look, people make mistakes.
Yeah,
people do stupid stuff, especially when they're young. I'm all for, to a point, forgiveness, and hey, you learn from it.
Yeah.
We're sitting here watching Kyle Larson race every weekend, where we can count how many times we've seen people get through whatever. What's his face? The announcer, Brenneman, just got another gig, got back in. So look, to a point, it's like, hey, did you learn? You were exiled? You learned you come back. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
If there was real don't do that to yourself. Right. Number 3, real quick, please.
Grady Sizemore got his first win as White Sox manager, beating the Yankees 12-2. Safer out. This might be the most embarrassing thing in Yankee franchise history.
I'm going to let Jason address that, because Yankees have a long history. White Sox have won like 1 out of the last 24, and then just pasted the Yankees in front of tens of people in Chicago.
They didn't cover the spread.
And a lot of things have been very embarrassing in Yankee history.
That was awful. It's not the worst, but that was awful. I was like, all right, good. White Sox, you finally tied. You have the best record. You've tied the Orioles. Here we go. You get the White Sox. Easy money. Lose by 10.
As we break, by the way, I'd like to invite anyone who wants to go down, not a rabbit hole, but a little bit of side reading. Read the story of Grady Sizemore and how he got this job. It's actually super cool, starting with the whole, remember, Grady's an ex-major leaguer, he's very good, I think former all-star, and he wanted to get in the business. The only opening they had was an unpaid internship, and I think he took that a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and now he's the manager of the White Sox. It's a really good couple of stories
Just
about
took
that.
them losing 20 games in a row to...
Right, I think that he manager of the year so far.
Easy nominee.
Dark horse candidate. Yeah. We'll take a break. When we come back, Jason and my favorite time of the year. College football polls are out. We love preseason polls. They mean so much. We'll talk about that next.
De'Aaron Fox plays here.
Stolen by Fox. Breakaway coming up for De'Aaron. And a simple, casual spike with the left hand. Kings lead by 3.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, with the A's starting rotation in flux for much of
thunder. It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, with the A's starting rotation in flux for much of the year, left-hander J.P. Sears has been a constant. In fact, he hasn't missed a start going back to the beginning of last year. And when he beat the White Sox to begin the A's most recent homestand, that meant the A's had won 6 of his previous 7 starts. And during those 6 wins, his ERA was 1.73.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? Now through September 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for just $15 a month, add the new Stream Saver. That includes Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix for just $35 a month. Switch at Xfinity.com today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay to store bank account. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Currently $54 a month. Actual speeds vary. Stream Saver requires Xfinity internet or TV and price subject to change.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Celebrate Sacramento Rivercats baseball during our 25th anniversary season. Pick your favorite weekly promotion, giveaway game, or theme night, and join the fun at Sutter Health Park. Stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with the brightest fireworks in town. For a full promotion schedule and to buy tickets, visit rivercats.com. We'll see you there.
Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
You can text us at 916-339-1140. Go on YouTube. And subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit like. The big suits like that when you hit the like for Albert Goritham. Something about that. Danny in Chula Vista checking in again.
Hi, Danny.
Hey, guys, just for context, it's a slogan Jaron Duran has gone by all season, and I believe all career. He's referencing the shirt we referenced, the Atham shirt, which thank you, knowledge I didn't have. Mm-hmm. Also, look, if I wear a shirt that says, if I have a slogan, let's say for this show, and let's say the T-shirt says, "I'm glad it happened." And then let's say yesterday, remember the Sacramento Kings died suddenly. I'm probably not going to wear "I'm glad it happened." I'm going to be aware of that coming in the next day and be like, I'm not going to wear that shirt today.
If your opening song is Good Vibrations, probably don't play it when something tragic has happened.
That's an inside joke, and Still the funniest thing that's ever happened on this show. And by funny, I mean I wasn't here. Thank God. Jason does not think it's funny. And I wouldn't either.
Should we ask Jay Mars about that?
Is he still with us?
Yes.
Okay. I never know.
You haven't reached out?
Oh, you didn't wish you happy birthday?
I have. When was? Oh. Wait, didn't you just tell me somebody's? Oh, it's today. His other guy we were talking about.
Confirmed.
Today's.
Yeah. But did Jay Mars reach out to you on your birthday?
He didn't. You know what? I'm going to right now. Jay Mars. See, the last time we spoke was. Well, yeah. Oh God, I don't even want to say out loud. It's been way too long. Hey, buddy, long time. Just wanted to say hi.
Sending you good vibrations.
Thinking about you. There you go. Let's see if will he recognize the reference when I say sending you.
Oh, he will.
Good.
That's how we signed off for him. Remember?
My prediction is he's gonna text back a finger emoji.
Yeah, I'm with
you. Think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My prediction is he won't reference the reference.
He will.
Think
I
so?
think Chris
Okay.
has got it
All right.
100% on.
You know, Jay Mars, weirdly enough, Jay Mars and I got along tremendously. Also, the last real screaming match I got in with somebody.
Really?
It was so random. I think we were both tired and we were sitting in here like after the show. And I don't even remember what it was about, but it was about something with the, like segments or something. And I don't know why, but man, it just escalated. We were just yelling at each other. And then we just started laughing.
It's odd.
I don't know why I told that story.
Great point.
College football, Jason. The polls are out. Hey. And
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Sam Amick, thanks for reminding me. Got to reach out to him too. We should try to bring him on later this week. I just want France stories.
Yeah.
We feel the same way, Jason, which is preseason polls. We completely get why they do them, and they're completely pointless. And dare I say, harmful to the process.
Yes, that's the point. Like, I get 100% why they do it.
Yeah.
I would want to promote number 1 versus number 4 in week 1 is awesome.
That's right.
But, you know, there was actually your team a few years ago. Unfortunately, this is a bad example for you, but that's was it
It's
a 1-2?
Alabama 1-2
1-3?
Yeah, to
whatever it
open.
was?
Yeah.
And then Florida State had an injury at quarterback. They just didn't have the year. And then by the end, I don't even remember what they finished, 6-6 or something. Just they were not a top 5 team. And so at the beginning of the year, when you're highlighting it as one of the games of the year, it's like, based on what?
Right.
And then the other part where I don't like it's like you praised Alabama for beating them when it was 1 versus 2. Then later, like, that's not a good win. Well, wait, you guys made up these polls.
That's right.
And it was a good win.
That's
now
right.
you're saying it's not.
That's right.
Like, you can't play both sides of this.
No, you can't. And I get that you can have a general understanding of how good a team is. But when you really dive into how these polls are created and who does them, you're really relying on a lot of guesswork.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, as you know, I'll look at these polls right now. So Florida State, number 10,
okay,
in both the AP and the coaches poll. Georgia, Ohio State and Oregon, Texas and Alabama, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, 1 through 7, the same in both polls. Okay. Hold on. Let me find where are you? UCLA. Scroll. They're not. What? I wasn't even trying to do a bit. Yes, I was. I thought.
Is it because I use Florida State as my example? No, but actually, it is a good example of what you're doing with UCLA. That would be my point. Would be, and they shouldn't be. I don't think they're going to be very good. But let's say they have a dream season.
That's right.
How it's going to be a little different this year with 12 teams.
That's right.
But in the past, if they were, I don't even know where they are. Let's call them 40th.
Yeah,
they're not on.
They're not
list.
they're not
they
in
don't
the top
even receive any
25
votes, are they?
Yeah, they're not even in receiving votes on either side. No.
Okay, so we'll call them 50. We'll put even
Yep.
lower.
Yep.
50.
Yep.
And they start 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
They might crack the top 25. And some of those teams right now that are in the top 5 will probably have a loss, and they'll be like 8.
That's right.
And
exactly
so
right.
what does that team that's having a dream seat if you start at 0,
right,
then when you're 7-0, you're probably in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
But because you start at 50 or you start at 1, like in the process I always like to do is like if we did that in the NFL, it's like, well, we don't pick teams that way. Exactly.
That's exactly right. Imagine if you
had to pick your final 4 based on the regular season. It's like,
imagine if they did rankings instead of standings.
Right.
And let's just take the Raiders. The Raiders aren't expected to do anything
They'd
this
be
year.
20th, 25th.
Right, but they start out 6-0. Well, now they've got to move, and you're sitting there going, well,
16th.
Right. And you're like, well, the Titans are ahead of them, and they have 1 loss.
Right.
The Raiders have no losses.
Well, the Chiefs are Alabama, right? The Niners are Ohio State.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And it's just, we get it. It's for promotion. There should be a hybrid where you have preseason rankings for fun, but then when it comes to the actual BCS style bowl, they like reset the rankings completely.
Mm-hmm.
And you absolutely, okay, guess what? We have now had, and I think you and I said maybe 5-6 games is the sweet spot for the first poll. You've now had 5 or 6 games to actually see these teams in action. Oh, by the way, it also incentivizes these teams to, in a sense, maybe front load a little bit more to either find out that they suck or, more importantly, your strength of schedule now, by the time the first poll comes out, puts you up top or near, up higher, because every year, and granted it's different this year with the setup, and we'll get into that later, but every year you've got TCU, who started out 80th, and now they're 10-0.
Right.
They're number 8. There's 3 teams ahead of them that have a loss, and they're fighting to get into the playoffs.
Yeah. It's like, what do they have to do? Well, they're going to have to run the table and hope these 3 teams lose.
Right.
It's like, wait, they've won every game.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And,
but I hope the 12-team tournament now will make that a little cleaner, but we'll still have that argument of team 13, team 14. But
yeah,
I mean, again, I get the process. Yep. It's just like we played the clip in leading off. Alabama's the lowest starting point. That what does that mean? They're going to have every chance to be number 1.
Alabama is one of probably, I would say, 12 to 15 teams at most that actually control their own destiny. Yeah. In other words, well, actually with the 12-team poll, it's probably the top 25. They control if you win out, you're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And, speaking of Florida State, the big thing last year, and that was probably the weirdest year of college football of my life. It's the first time in my life I've ever gotten into it with fellow Florida State fans, because I was one of the 3 that actually agreed with, unfortunately, and it sucked, but agreed with Florida State not making it because their star quarterback went down, and they were everything they could possibly be, but they weren't good enough.
I understood, and I didn't think that was fair.
I hated it.
I
it
wouldn't
wasn't
have done
fair.
it that way, but I just feel like, okay, let's flip it back. The Chiefs were undefeated. If this was the process and Mahomes was out, it's like, well, they went undefeated. They got to be. I don't think they'll win.
Sure,
but that's not why we do this. It's like, hey, I also didn't think Texas would win,
or
Washington,
and they did.
But why? You still put them in there. It's like,
right,
you got to give them a chance.
Well, what I didn't like either was, even though I reluctantly understood and weirdly agreed with the decision, what I didn't like was Florida State's being blown out by Georgia, being used as a justification. It's like, no, guys, I think Georgia still would have beaten them, but Florida State completely tanked on that game, which, is on them.
Right.
I will go back to what I appreciate, and we're going to get into this more a little bit later with college football at 8:00. I appreciate the adjustments that they're making.
Yeah.
Starting all the way back with the BCS. You and I can go back and talk about was it Washington and Georgia Tech that split the national title?
It was ago? Washington and
Colorado. No.
Maybe.
Was it Colorado?
Yeah.
And then you had a Nebraska in there one year. I think a Michigan. This is better.
Yeah.
And I think 12 teams is still going to be better. I'm going to go back to what I said last year and what I think they really, really should do with the conferences. By the way, all over the place this year. Unrecognizable in some cases. I know you have tradition. And you and I are both very much students of the tradition and pageantry of college football. But I'm going to go back to what I said last year. I think the future of college football is a Premier League style system with promotion and relegation, where you basically have the top 30 schools from last year going into this year, and whatever formula you want to come up with that, and that's the schedule. And your 2 non-league games are against teams that are not in that college football Premier League, and they just beat the hell out of each other every year. And then you have some sort of a lower division champion that then, the top 4, top 6, whatever, get promoted up to the college football Premier League, and the bottom few go down. Because to me, I think if that happened, and I'm just thinking from a business standpoint, it's not going to beat the NFL. It would be, I think, without question, it would be the second biggest money sport in the country.
Yeah.
It would be ahead of the NBA. It would be ahead of Major League Baseball. And I'm talking TV deals and the whole shebang, because it's the closest you're going to get to the NFL.
Right.
You and I love college football. I've said it many, many times. Unfortunately, college football just, and I understand, ma'am or sir, listening right now, that I'm not talking about you, but you and I for years have tried to really get into college football on the air, and it, with the exception of this is just
not in this market.
No. And it's so funny when we have colleagues, especially in the South or in the Midwest, 3/4 of their shows are college football.
Exactly.
Paul Feinbaum's like the golden guest for them.
Right.
And out here, I mean, true story. If we had Paul Feinbaum on, if you don't know who that is, then that's what I'm talking about. It'd be like, oh, well, it's, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess. And I'm not saying that as a criticism. It's just different out here. And sometimes you can't really explain something. And sometimes you want to ask other people in other places why that is. For example, you might want to ask a different company why your HVAC quote is where it's at. And that's where American Energy comes in, because what they want to do is, if you got a repair and you went to, no offense here, but we'll just use Jason Ross Systems, and Jason Ross Systems, or JRS as we call it, comes out and gives you a quote. Well, you don't have a booklet to know how much fixing that air conditioner is going to be, or installing a new system, or whatever it may be, cleaning your ducts, DUCTS, not whack whack. Well, American Energy will come out and give you a free second opinion. And you know what? Here's the thing. This is why you know it's worth your time. Number one, it's free. Number two, they've been around since 1981. They're good folks. And number three, just don't tell them what your quote is. Put it in your back pocket and just be like, hey, give me a quote. It's like a blind bid. The worst thing that's going to happen is you had somebody come out and give you a quote and it didn't work. It wasn't lower. That's the worst thing that will happen. But odds are with American Energy, because they've been in business for so long, because they have an A+ with the Better Business Bureau, they're going to beat that quote, and you're going to save some money and get some darned good work done. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. 30-second break. 3 for Madness next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
A couple of notes from the YouTube chat. Mike Barnbaum checking in, wants everyone to know that Paul Feinbaum, although he is a bomb, is not related to him, Mike Barnbaum. Mike Barnbaum is the Hornet insider to the show. Paul Feinbaum is a college football expert. So Want to clear that up.
We cleared it up.
Are you on goofball pills or something?
Thank you, Mike. Also, Dwayne, in response to the college football Premier League idea, says the two bottom tiers would lack for funds generated by ticket sales and TV money, which hurts the universities. And that's a perfectly fair and understandable point. There, you would have to, again, I'll borrow from the soccer leagues over in Europe. There would have to be some level of subsidy for the bottom two. There would have to be some sort of trickle down, as one of Chris's favorite things, trickle down economics, if you will, to
always works.
Yeah, two lower tiers. And by the way,
is that happening now?
It is.
I mean, is Rutgers the same? They're in the same league as Ohio State.
That's exactly right. And it's not
Rice in Oklahoma or whatever.
Right. And there would be more. There would be in a ton of money available, and that's really how the European leagues are structured. If a Premier League team goes down to, let's say, the next level, which is the EFL Championship, there's a 3-year parachute payment where they're going to continue to benefit from the Premier League TV contracts, because guess what? You go down a league, your revenue drops, but your team is still filled with millionaire players at a Premier League level. There has to be some sort of sustenance there, or you have to sell everybody off and completely destroy your team. So there are ways that we've seen it work in sports. And I'm not saying it works perfectly over there, but it works perfectly enough.
Wouldn't you lose a bunch of people? The transfer portal then maybe would have to be eliminated, or some sort of
limited.
Limited, yeah.
Or you know what? Just have these colleges sign these kids to contracts.
I like that idea.
Too logical.
We're Florida. Here's a 3-year contract to play for us for 3 years.
Next thing you're going to say is that all NFL contracts should be guaranteed. Idiot. Stick to 3 for madness. Question 1.
Why does the NBA schedule release matter so much to you?
I'm a weirdo. You know, like, I don't know why. NFL, like, first off, baseball schedule comes out.
Yeah.
Don't care.
It comes out like the full year before.
Right.
Like, it's in the middle of the other of this season.
And it's like jury duty, like, for the show. You're like, we kind of have to talk about it, but we don't get 162. NFL schedule comes out. That's a big deal. You know, that's interesting to look at. Oh, look at this matchup here. And that's on the road. And all that's, 17 games. That's a big deal. But it's just different with the Kings. Who are we opening against? And, we're not playing on Christmas. And, look at that. We've got a 7-game road trip. We've got 9 back-to-backs. Look at all the miles traveled. And that's stuff that, look, even if you're not a gambler, if you just want to try to guess how many games the Kings are going to win, stuff like that can matter in the course of the season.
Yeah, in our market, I mean, for maybe there's people that have season ticket plans and they share it with 4 people. It's like, which games am I drafting? Whatever, things like that. For me, it's always been, that's the schedule. That's the work schedule. Like when, like you said, around Christmas, what's going on? Okay, you got to plan this, or Thanksgiving, or holiday stuff, and just seeing the road map.
Especially. Yeah, the King's schedule dictates to you what you're doing. For the next 6-7 months.
Yeah.
Also, I can't remember where I read this. I want to give him credit. So if somebody recognizes it, let me know and I'll give them credit publicly. But somebody out there in media put together that they looked at the River Cats and the A's schedule for next year. And I think the number was, so first off, there was some thought that, are they going to have to double up sometimes because of the schedule? No, they're not. There's not a single day next summer or spring, fall where the A's and River Cats will play at the same time on that field. But I think it's, for the entirety of the baseball season, there's only, I think, 26 days where either the River Cats or the A's are not playing at that field.
Yeah.
So, a lot of baseball.
Well, and the other part of that is to compare, like, when the A's are here and playing at home, like when the Kings are too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There'll be some
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to, I am curious. I wonder if the Kings, because the Kings own the River Cats, I wonder if they're going to sell combo season passes.
I don't know.
I wonder if you I want to be an A's season ticket holder. I want to be a River Cat season ticket holder.
I don't believe so.
The summer of baseball, and you add, whatever.
If someone does that, we need to lock them up.
Just that's too much.
Too much baseball.
You imagine? You know what? I wonder if there's going to be that. Honestly, again, episode 3, making the Kings money. They should do that. There should be some sort of thing where if you buy a season pass. Too much here. A season ticket to the River Cats and the A's, and you go to everyone, like have some sort of a stamp or a punch card or something, like you should get something super cool. And if you think about it from a business standpoint, that's actually worth it because you've got parking, you've got concessions, like you've got the extra added-ons. You multiply that times the extra motivation to attend. I'm not talking about like they should get a pin. I'm saying like you should get like I don't know, jerseys from both, like a whole thing, like a hat,
BP
jersey, yeah, something where you're called like the Golden Fan. You attended, what is it? 8? How many games do the River Cats play? It's not 162.
No, but it's up there.
Well, let's say it's I don't know. Let's say it's 100. I don't know. And so you have like 50 home games there, 81 home games with the A's, not including playoffs. So that's 131 home games you would have to go to. You gotta have. There's got to be a reward for that. Yeah. All right, question 2, please.
Question 2.
With the Kings opening at home versus Minnesota, do you welcome the early challenge or wish it was against a lesser team?
Abso-freaking-lutely, man. I wish it was against a lesser team. Just come on. Let's get off on the right note. I get the whole challenge. No, I'd rather have like 5 super easy teams to start. You're integrating DeMar DeRozan. You get off to a nice start. Confidence builds. I'm not saying they're not going to beat Minnesota. I'm just saying simply if you gave me a choice between Minnesota as the home opener or the Wizards, I don't know. Give me the crappier team.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking with the West, there's not many teams to choose from. The list is pretty tough regardless. But
it's like Portland and maybe.
Yeah.
San Antonio, Utah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, let's go. Let's start. Get an advantage. See if you can win. Give the T-Wolves a loss.
Would you rather have a good team to open with or a bad team to open with?
A good team.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's just do Jason Ross stuff all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
Try to answer your question.
Question 3.
Question 3.
Question 3.
Topps is releasing a 1-of-1 card with Steph, LeBron, and KD picks and signatures on it. Could this end up being an all-time NBA card collectible?
I think so, dude.
Oh, 100%.
1-of-1?
Yeah.
With those 3? Like, I get that everything's about rookie cards and like even a rookie card isn't a rookie card anymore because, I've got the Victor Wembanyama rookie card. Oh, yeah, well, I have the Black Prism Reflector Burt card from Panini. Oh, well, I just have the Topps rookie. Is that cool? No, there's 10 million of them and it's worth $7. This one's worth $700,000. Like, we need to get a guy, Emma Pilati on to explain it. But yeah, the 3 of them, the gold medal, all signed.
1-of-1? Absolutely.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take.
Let's get it.
Quick break. Yes, let's order some cards because you order the regular cards, I guess, and then it's like the Willy Wonka golden ticket. It's like one of them's going to have it in there. So
if you buy them all, you'll get it.
I want it now. Buy the whole thing. Collect them all.
Mm-hmm.
Was that what was the Pokemon? Chris, what was the Pokemon? Catch them all?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know why I went
Gotta
to
catch them all?
Yeah. Why am I going to you for Pokemon?
Baseball fever, catch it.
Catch it. We'll take a break. We will do a final wrap up of the Olympics. And I got a question. We've already done Olympic stuff and all that, but I have a question for you and the audience about something that happened in the Olympics. And if you'd be willing to do it, we'll do that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center for your Tuesday. It's going to be a brighter day today. Still feeling the breeze to keep us comfortable for the morning. Into the afternoon, less wind expected. Sunny skies. Highs today in the low 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and zero down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning. Still with the most variety of table games in the region. And as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
What I see yesterday was the 25th? I don't know, but it was the anniversary for the Black Album by Metallica.
Oh, wow.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Golly, it came out a long time ago. They sold out, man. That group still exists. Metallica sold out with Black Album. Basically, it sold out with Just for All and made the video for one. And then the Black Album came out, and they had ballads on it, and they sold out, man.
Do your kids have any concept of sellout?
Honestly, it's weird with my kids. 90% of the music my kids listen to, because they're not really, even though my daughter especially is all bandy and stuff, but is stuff I've like. She's a huge Beatles fan, stuff like that. They're really good about, although she's a Radiohead fan.
I was reading something somewhere where like younger kids don't understand the concept of selling out. Like, oh, they just did it for money. And they're like, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, isn't that right? Like, they're very matter of fact about it. I never got it. Like, what are you talking about? And now Metallica is like basically a top 10 band of all time, sales wise. They sold out. That was a hell of an album, dude. Enter Sandman. Nothing Else Matters. Unforgiven. Wolf and Man. Other songs I can't remember right now. And by the way, I think I saw like, and I'll move on here, but I want to say Nothing Else, or the Black Album by Metallica, Pearl Jam 10, Nirvana Nevermind. I want to say Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. There might have been one other in there. It might have been Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. All came out within like a week of each other.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. They all came out like within a week or a couple weeks of each other at the same time that year, which I probably think that's like the greatest group of releases ever. Also, one thing that happened while we were gone, then I'll really move on. Shout out to Aerosmith. Steven Tyler had vocal issues a while back, had to recover. They went back on their farewell tour. It didn't work out. So they have retired from live performing. Aerosmith has, which that's a band that doesn't get mentioned enough, of one of the all-time greats who's had several different rebirths. The Olympics ended. And I was thinking about our breakdancing friend who was on Jimmy Fallon. Or I think it was maybe somebody imitating her.
It was Rachel Dratch.
It was Rachel Dratch.
Oh, it was? Okay,
Yeah.
I just saw the clip. I was like, oh, she made it back. So I found myself asking this question, guys. You get to call yourself an Olympian. You get the trip to the Olympics and everything that goes with it. But like in this movie I'm creating in my head, like somehow there was a mix-up. And the person that actually qualified for the event, like, got mixed up with you, and they want you to go instead of them for whatever reason. You know you're not qualified. You know it's going to be terrible. You know that you're going to be a meme and a worldwide joke. But for the rest of your life, you get to call yourself an Olympian, and you get the trip and the whole experience. Do you do it?
No.
No?
Yes.
Do you?
I'm so glad you guys split, because I'm really struggling with this question. On one hand, I'm an Olympian. Like, there's fewer titles in this world that are better than saying former Olympian Carmichael Dave. I mean, not the Carmichael Dave part. You get my point. The experience of walking out there with everyone, going to wherever the Olympics are, staying in the village, rubbing elbows with some of the greats, the whole thing, right? To be able to check that almost unattainable bucket list off is whatever. So why would I possibly let my ego or why would I worry about that when I got to do all of that? But the reality is, it's also going to be the first line of your obituary. Whether it's you having to watch the ridicule, your family, your kids, whomever. I'm really split on it. I truly am split on it. Would it be worth being able to do that, knowing that you're going to be a worldwide joke for the rest of your life?
Right. So, I mean, I think the part of former Olympian drops off if you're the joke, because at that point you're like, oh yeah, I remember them. They're known for that thing, or the breakdancer from Australia. Like, if that's our reference point.
I would love to talk to that breakdancer in a year.
Yeah. Does she feel responsible for getting it? It's not going to be in the Olympics.
Right. And how has her life been? Because a year from now, she'll probably have a talk show or a podcast. It's whatever her breakdancing girl with the "I Tried My Best" podcast.
I believe she's a professor.
Really?
And no joke, in like breakdancing studies.
And now you can take her class knowing that you are taking a class from a former Olympic breakdancer. But the problem is, it's all you would literally be better off saying former street breakdancer from New York City than this Olympic breakdancer
that I watched on YouTube.
Maybe their students won't watch. Maybe they wouldn't have seen it. I'm telling you, I've struggled with that question. I don't have a great answer, which I know is not a good segment, but
Chris would do it.
Chris, so you wouldn't have the whole issue with, how do you defeat the whole, your family, your friends, everyone?
My family makes fun of me nonstop regardless, so it's not really a big change.
And so when your turn, let's just say it's let's say it's diving. Which I somehow think would just be the best.
Well, which dive did we see the most on
during the Olympics?
Yeah.
Well, the dive I saw the most didn't even happen this Olympics.
Exactly.
Oh, the Filipino guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting this visual now, Chris Verlaud doing that. All right, number one, first question, because everybody's doing it. Now, do you break form, or are you going to wear the USA Speedos?
Oh, like as small as possible.
Is that extra small?
Secondly,
to where like once I jump in, they might fall off.
I'm sure. Which
they pixelize the.
Oh, look at the splat! Oh, what's that? Yeah. Did he just give himself a score of 1? Do you? I know you're going to watch clips leading up to it to like at least. I think you would care enough to at least try to like figure out like the walk up on the board and like, maybe the bounce like they do and, the whatever, the form before you actually dive. But when it comes to the dive, and let's make it fun. Let's make it like the 10-meter one or like the really high one. Okay. So
do you plug your nose?
That's what I'm asking. Chris Verlaud, Olympian, 2028, the 10-meter diving board thingy. Are you just doing the thing where, like, you jump off feet first and plug your nose and you're just trying to survive? Or are you at least giving it some sort of a flippity-flu?
No. I just go feet first.
Shoes on.
What the Olympics really should do is get, like, a normal person to do the event.
I've seen this. I've seen this thought before, and I couldn't agree with you more.
Like lane 9 in the 100 meters, it's like, everyone else, and then
Fred from accounting.
From Cleveland.
Yes.
And he runs and he runs it in 17 seconds.
Good for him.
Yeah. And then like they're done celebrating and there's Fred.
And I would be because it gives you an idea because they're running against the best in the world.
Right.
You don't really get this idea. And it can't be like some fatty like me. It's got to be like, oh, wow, that guy's in really good shape. Ooh, he looks like he could run. He's got muscles and all that. Ping! 5 hours later, he's finishing. Here's a guy that thinks he can compete in the Olympics in track and field.
Sprinter Noah Lyles. He said that Super Bowl champs should not consider themselves world champions.
Tyreek
What do you think of that?
Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Then he want to come out and pretend like he's sick. I feel like that's like horseradish. So for him to like do that and say that we're not world champions of like our sport, like come on, bro. Like just speak on what you know about. You know what I'm saying? And that's track.
Would you like to race him when he gets home?
I will beat Noah Lyles.
You think so?
I will beat Noah Lyles.
Like by a lot?
No, I won't beat him by a lot, but I will beat Noah Lyles.
I'd like to see that happen.
And guess what? When I beat him, I'm gonna put on a COVID mask and let him know I mean business.
Oh, that's horseradish.
First off, I think I'm glad you had that reaction because when I first heard that and heard him say horseradish, I was like, that's I'm adding that to the lexicon. Yeah. That's a load of horseradish. Secondly, I love him as a player. I don't know him as a person.
Sprinter no.
But thank you. Tyreek Hill is on another planet for a few reasons. First off, where did we figure out was Noah Lyles? I hadn't heard that one. Noah Lyles was pretending to have COVID. That's new.
That's an interesting take.
I wonder if Tyreek Hill is one of those dinosaurs aren't real people.
Yeah.
Well, to put it out there, he didn't say that he had COVID. And it comes out after he loses a race, he does have COVID. And a couple days later, he tests negative for COVID, and he's out at the club dancing.
Yeah. But is it also he didn't say he had COVID because they maybe would have said, well, you can't race then because that was my problem is like either way, either he lied about having COVID, which I don't believe, or he had COVID and then it's like, oh, rad, dude. Yeah. Oh, so you're just around everybody.
And something's up because he got positive and negative very quickly.
Well, he also didn't run in the 4x100 relay. Like that's a lot of people thought he would. And he's,
right.
The fastest.
Why
American.
wouldn't he? He's the fastest at the 100 in the world. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you run the relay? And then there was a thing where like he like not collapsed, but like he consciously like laid on his back.
Yeah.
And his mom was trying to get on the track and she couldn't. And
he has asthma and stuff. Yeah.
But also, I actually did a deep dive on this. Tyreek Hill would not beat him.
He wouldn't?
No. Yes, Tyreek Hill would not beat the world's fastest man in a race. This just in. But also, look, to be fair to Tyreek Hill, he was a world-class sprinter in college. But his numbers, even pre-football, filling out injuries, all that wear and tear, were less than Noah Lyles in both the 100 and the 200. Not by a ton, by the way. I mean, look, two things can be true. Tyreek Hill is a world-class speedster sprinter. He is a world-class runner. And he would also finish last in the Olympics in the 100 meter, just based on times. His time, I think, would have been like his best time in the 100 in college when he was in his prime would have finished 15th in the NCAAs last year. So, but the amount of people that are like, my money's on Tyreek Hill. Really? That's horseradish. We're over. Sorry. Got it. Did I forget anything there? Oh, yeah. I want to ask that question. Oh, open segment next. I'll ask you the question. Winter Olympics are coming up, and then we'll move on to other stuff. I want to know what single event you're looking forward to the most. I know it's 2 years away, but we're wrapping up our Olympic coverage today with our partners over at KCRA Channel 3, their Olympic coverage, which they did fantastic. Mm-hmm. Oh, poor Deirdre. She's probably depressed right now.
I know, back from Paris.
Post-Olympics hangover. We should get her on later this week, talk to her as well. We'll do Olympic wrap with Sam, with Deirdre, and more. We'll take a break. We'll come back. What is the one thing you're looking forward to most about the Winter Olympics? And we've got some other things, including Kyle Shanahan talking about his confidence in Brandon Ayuk. We'll do that next.
That's like horseradish.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SacktownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SacktownSports.com.
Where do you go when you need someone to represent you? For me, you want someone that is local and that you can actually get to and talk with. There are plenty of big branded lawyers out there with the name, but you never get to talk to them. So go to sacklegaldefense.com and connect with the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez. He's local, he'll represent you, and he'll have your back. Whether it's expungements, wrongful termination, when you're in a spot when you need legal help, call the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez at 916-304-9187.
Coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
For most of the people that walk in our store, it's been an ongoing, nonstop issue, and they're finally walking into the Good Feet store. Okay, the guy that came into my store last year that has had plantar fasciitis for 30 years. I looked at him, I said, "Are you kidding me? I've been here for 14. Where have you been?" I helped relieve a problem that's plagued him for 30 years. I mean, how do you not go home and talk about that?
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
I'm on the fence about Carmichael Karen in the chat. I was going, I don't know. Oh, there's a troll or not. I mean, Carmichael Karen, like, is that a shot at me or is that just somebody named Karen and Carmichael? I pretty much figured that out. I don't think it's somebody named Karen that lives in Carmichael. But, you know, I'm on the fence. I haven't figured that one. I haven't figured out that person yet. But I got my eye on him. What does that even mean? I got my eye. Why isn't I got my eyes on you?
Just one. Yeah. Not full concentration.
Winter Olympics. I want to wrap that up. So we talked a little bit about stuff, you know, yesterday with the Winter Olympics, just in generality. But honestly, what is your favorite Winter Olympic sport? Like, you could just, if you had to watch 2 hours of a Winter Olympic sport, what would it be?
I clearly like the summer better. By a long distance, by the way.
And by the way, just real quick, and it can't be like men's gold medal hockey. Like, it can't be. It has to be the event itself.
And it's interesting that you bring up hockey. I think that's where that one different than, I think Chris and I were talking about this a week or so ago, was like tennis, golf, soccer to some extent, even basketball. Not quite basketball, but the others, like that's the sport already.
Right.
So it doesn't feel different. Like, no offense to the people that won Olympic gold in golf.
Sure.
Or tennis.
Right.
But that's the monthly competition.
Right.
Basketball is a little different in the sense of like, okay, now we see Steph and LeBron and Katie together and they're playing against other NBA players. But
is that
we don't see track like this.
And because they're team sports?
No, even the tennis individually. It's like, okay.
What I'm saying is that the thing, to your point, I'm just trying to kind of like basketball, your point about how it's cool to see Steph and all those guys team up. Whereas in golf, it's individual. In tennis, it's individual. Except for doubles and stuff. So maybe you don't get that same thing over there. Because I agree with you.
Like a soccer, we have the World Cup. So like, to me, that's still bigger.
Right.
Where Olympics feels like the biggest thing. It's like, well, but it's not in those sports.
No, it's not.
It isn't track. It isn't swimming and diving. And
because most of the other sports, it's like this is the only time anyone cares.
Right.
Whereas those other sports you mentioned, people care a lot.
So hockey feels like that's a similar one in the Winter Olympics where it's like we kind of have that, not exactly, kind of have that. So for me, the Winter Olympics, though, to answer your question, would be, again, back to speed stuff, speed skating, luge, bobsled, those kind of things are my favorite. What is it? Skeleton?
Skeleton's the one I think where you go face first.
Yeah. Those entertain me the most.
You know the one I love, weirdly enough, like I find myself just obsessed with is it the biathlon? Not that matters, but is it the biathlon where like you like cross country ski and then you shoot? And then
how do you cross country ski?
Cross country ski.
Wow, you're good. You thought about entering?
Yeah, that would be the one where I'm the fake Olympian.
Yeah,
and you shoot and then you do a bunch of crap.
Do you shoot the other people?
Yeah. I don't know why, man. Maybe it's because I grew up on Wild World of Sports, but I love the ski jump.
Yeah.
I love
but you like it because you think they might crash.
Right. It's like the NASCAR of winter sports. And I don't want anyone to crash, but you're kind of waiting on it.
Was it snowboarding they added? That's like the speed one where they're all going at the same time. That was kind of cool.
Oh, well, and also I really like that big giant half pipe thing they do, but it's like super long.
Yeah.
Are
they adding anything?
I don't know. I'm curious. Like you're right about the Summer Olympics. I agree. They're the best. But there is something about the Winter Olympics. It's just a different feel that's also super cool, no pun intended. Like it's winter, you're inside, you're watching a lot more. But also like there's also the skiing. What's the skiing where like they have all the thing like is it slalom where they go
moguls?
Is that but moguls
like
is the bumps,
like
right?
Knees
But isn't there moguls with the bumps like you're on the moon, but then also the slalom where they're like right, right? Like set,
that's
like
slalom,
yeah. And like I remember like was the guy's name Alberto Tomba or something like that from Italy? Does that sound right? Growing up watching him. Like I remember the first Winter Olympics I remember watching, dating myself. It was Jim. God, who was the Wide World? He was actually the Wide World. Was it Jim McKay?
Yes.
Wide World of Sports. Yep. And he'd be like, live from Sarajevo, Yugoslavia. Not around anymore, but they added anything?
Ski mountaineering.
What?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what that is.
What the hell is ski?
That's horseradish.
What the heck is ski mountaineering?
Competitors ski uphill and downhill and use mountaineering abilities to race through the snow.
How do you ski uphill? Like cross country?
I want it now. I don't know. But ski mountaineering.
That sounds awesome.
Not at all.
Is that like that extreme skiing? You know how you've seen like some people like in those slow motion document like that are just like going off of cliffs? Like it looks like it's just death wishes.
Yeah, like why am I doing this?
I don't know what ski mountaineering is. It says it's debuting in 26.
Ski mountaineering. Oh, this is my favorite part so far about ski mountaineering. Abbreviated to SKIMO, SKIMO, is a skiing discipline. I'm repeating some of the stuff you said, but that involves climbing mountains either on skis or carrying them, depending on the steepness of the ascent, and then descending on skis. Oh my God, I have an idea. I have an idea for a new Winter Olympic sport.
Rock climbing and then skiing down?
Like, basically like the Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
So like you start out in like a bobsled.
Start from the bottom and now we're here.
And now you're here. And then you like a cross country thing.
Start with the dogs.
The dogs
yeah.
into the bobsled.
Yeah.
Or formalize it, make it a Robert sled. Then like downhill skiing because you can't swim.
Right.
So the swimming.
Why can't you?
I mean, because everything's ice.
Yeah.
Oh, and then instead of swimming, you speed skate. Like you put on you take off your dog whippers and you put on whatever they're called, and you put on your speed skates, and then you ski across a pond, and you're the winner of the thing.
Okay.
You're the mountain man.
So
woman.
Skiing to skating. Wait, sledding
to
skiing to skating.
Okay, I think you actually start with the skeleton. Okay.
That's going downhill. You need to get up the hill.
So the first part is ski mountaineering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then ski down.
Then you ski down
to the frozen ice.
But the skiing down is a ski jump.
Okay.
And then you land. And then the frozen ice
in the half pipe.
In the half pipe, where you then half pipe it, and then at the end of the half pipe is the lake that you put your speed skates on, and you speed skate across the lake.
And then when you get to the end of the lake, you turn around and you curl back.
You throw the thing, and then you get to the end of that lake, and that's where the dogs are, and you mush to the finish line.
Right.
Oh my God.
And then you got to shoot a shot against a goalie in hockey.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's your Olympic sport.
There's your Olympic. You know what? Once again, making other people money.
Yeah. You're welcome.
We'll take a break. When we come back, back to college football real quick, the top five, if you will, and we'll get into the playoff format as well. Jason will break down the new playoff format, what it means,
and who's going to be in there.
Who's it's going to be in there. Jason's running the segment. He's got all the info. We'll do it next.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Sacramento Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. They believe it's all about people and choices. Their goal is to find the car that fits your lifestyle. With their huge inventory of models, they've got the right car and, more importantly, at the right price every time. Experience for yourself why their customers drive away smiling. Discover the difference, because it's not just about the car, it's also about the people. Experience the Sacramento Dodge Jeep and Chrysler difference off Business 80 next to Hagen Oaks, or you can find them online, SacSuperstore.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Take it on the local level.
Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
In a sign of the apocalypse, the Little League World Series starts Wednesday with a quadruple header. Now, that's not the apocalypse part. Many bookies and book people are offering Little League odds. The sportsbook manager at Bet Online says this might come as a surprise, but we will take more bets on Little League games than we will on any professional soccer matches over the next 2 weeks, over any tennis matches over the next 2 weeks. They offer odds for which team will come out of the U.S. bracket, the international bracket. A Florida team has never captured a title but is favored this year in the U.S. bracket. Perennial powerhouse and 17-time champion Chinese Taipei is the favorite amongst the international squads. Game lines will be posted daily each morning. They have the odds for the matchups this week. And the bracket champion favorites, Florida in the Southeast, Texas, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, followed by Hawaii and Nevada. Chinese Taipei is the overwhelming favorite and pretty big favorite in the international, followed by Venezuela, Santa Clara, not that one, but in Cuba, and Tokyo. And the 2024 Little League World Series champion, the United States, is a decent-sized favorite over the international team, as they have won, I believe, 5 straight, I said. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. There were, 12?
Yeah, that's it.
And the problem here, I understand, like, look, wagering it can be fun, 1-800-GAMBLER. The reason why I actually have a real problem with that, like a legit problem with that, I actually think that should be illegal.
Yeah, that's the one you feel like you could influence the most.
100%.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, some 12-year-old kid's going to get a letter. Some 12-year-old kid's going to get a tweet.
And it won't be nice.
And it will not be, hey, did you try your best? Did you have fun? We're proud of you. No. Some 12-year-old kid on a national stage with way too much pressure for a 12-year-old to begin with in the first place is going to strike out and lose to Chinese Taipei.
Yeah.
Crying.
Which is already horrific enough for that kid.
Horrific at that age. You are not equipped.
Yeah. I carried some of those things with me from that's not on TV, that nobody saw, that no one else remembers.
100%. 100%.
Nobody else remembers.
If you play U Sports, everyone out there right now can remember the strikeout, the missed free throw, whatever
and
it
you
is.
think everybody's looking, everybody's laughing. Nobody does.
And you carry that 30, 40 years old, you carry that for the rest of your life. These kids are on national TV.
Yeah.
They're not equipped for this.
Right.
They're crying on national TV, which is fine. It's what kids should do.
Yeah.
And you're going to have some ding dong that's going to send them or their parents some sort. I mean, this isn't an if. This is a will happen, and I guarantee you it's already happened. Hey, you blankety blank, loser blankety blank. Yeah. Go do things to yourself.
Get a tennis racket.
Right. Like, honest to God, I'm not big on, like, overreach and stuff like that. I am big on my microphone not falling off. But it's like, guys, you have enough stuff to bet with on whatever. Like, dude, these are kids.
Yeah.
Don't subject it.
Take it off the table.
100%. You're profiting off of making some little kid's life ultimately miserable. Don't do anyway. That's stupid. Also, getting into college football. Want to remind everybody too. A lot of college football polls are out. Number 10, Sac State, in the AFCA FCS coaches preseason top 25 poll. Sacramento State at number 10, UC Davis at number 17. By the way, congratulations to UC Davis and Scott Marsh, as Scott announced yesterday that we've signed a extended contract with UC Davis. I believe we will have a Coach's Corner return this year before football and basketball, and I'm happy to have, as we all are, UC Davis sports on for the future. But I think an even bigger deal is I was worried we were going to lose Marsh, because I know there were a lot of people after his services all over the world. And we were able to not only keep UC Davis sports, but we were able to keep Scotty the Body Marsh.
It's a double win.
It's a double win. Let's be honest. Sacktown Sports isn't Sacktown Sports without Scott Marsh.
Right.
The game of golf.
He's coming up on 30 years.
I think he's a little older than that.
A little older.
Yeah, just a little older. There's a little
30
gray
years
here.
here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. He has.
He's 1 year behind me.
Oh, is he?
Uh-huh.
Golly, between you and him, that's 60 years of experience at Sacktown Sports.
And you and Chris.
Between me and Chris, that's at least 20.
No. 35-ish.
Well, next year for me will be 25.
Oh, see, they're more than 35. 40.
Yeah, 40.
Wow, our combined career at Sacktown Sports is middle-aged.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like this segment. Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Alabama. That is your top 5. Jason, this year debuts in the new playoff format with 12 teams. How's that going to work?
I think it has a chance to be a massive hit.
Yeah.
I do. Well, you and I are both college football fans, so I don't know if we're the wheelhouse of it. I feel like over time, we might lose the bowl games. We might, which I think is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a charm to making.
What do you mean we'll lose the bowl games?
Well, I mean, if we get this to 12, I could also see it growing to more than 12 teams.
Yeah.
So let's just say, like FCS, the level at Sac State and UC Davis are at, they're 24. I think it's great. It's a beautiful tournament, and I think if anything, the FBS, the larger division, has every opportunity to have 20. Like the NCAA tournament went from 64 to what are we at 68?
Yeah.
And they're even talking about growing that. Revenue, more opportunities, more games, more big prizes. I mean, I think that's kind of the opportunity. So if you get to that, I think those other bowl games, which for me also have lost their luster. Like a regular college football Saturday, I'm probably watching most games. We get to bowl season, I'm like, yeah, all of a sudden I'm not as interested in Oklahoma and Tennessee. I'm like, wow, that would have been a great game in week 3. But like, I don't know. It's now the Cheez-It Bowl. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why that is, but that's kind of what happens for me. So for this, to get 12 teams, and the way it's going to work is the top 4 get a bye. Teams 5 through 12 play in the tournament, and then get it down to 8, and then you go quarterfinals to semis to finals.
I have it in front of me. Under the 12-team playoff format that begins this fall, as you said, the 4 highest-ranked conference champions will be seeded 1 through 4 and get a first-round bye. Teams seeded 5 through 12 will play each other in the first round on the home field of the higher-ranked team. The team ranked number 5 will host 12, 6, 11, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be played in the New Year's 6 bowl games. The national championship game will continue to be at a neutral site. No conference will qualify automatically, and there will be no limit on the number of participants from a conference. I think.
What was the first part again? You said the top 4 what?
The top 4
division winners?
Highest ranked conference champions.
highest ranked.
Right.
So back to polls.
So we're back to polls. And
that's a little bit of a flaw to me. But then what I could see happening is, the Big Ten is, I think, 20 teams now. So I don't know. You might have a situation where Ohio State and Oregon, even though they do play each other this year, what if they didn't?
Right.
And they're 1 and 2, but 2 is going to be 5.
And where the hell is Stanford? Like the Big East?
They're
ACC? It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I hate it, but I think it's the beginning of the end. I think it kind of has to.
We're going to have this for a few years, and then it'll.
It's just.
I
it's
honestly
stupid.
think somebody will go. We should regionalize this. Oh, like we had before.
Oh, you think so? Yeah, exactly.
Or it's just going to be one big giant, like no conference, or everybody's in one.
Well, yeah, I think ultimately that's how it should be with the whole Premier League thing. But I will say this: I agree with you. So I think, first off, I think this
has the potential to be a monster.
I think it's going to be a monster.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a monster.
Yeah. And where I think the charm, because I think part of the charm, like we talk about every March, is that first 4 games, first 4 days is that weird team. Like here's St. Joe's or whatever. How did they beat North Carolina?
And they do. And they do.
So this will now get in those, UCFs and BYU or whatever. You're like, I don't know if they're very good, but oh my gosh, they just beat Michigan.
So there's 2 flaws with this, I think. One minor, one one potentially major, but I agree with you 100% on the top 4 conference.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting into rankings again, and that goes back to the flaw in preseason rankings. The big thing I have a problem with is I'm fine with the buys for the top 4. Okay. But the key here is teams seeded 5 through 12 will play each other in the first round on the home field of the higher ranked.
Yeah.
And we're going to go back to what you said about the bowl games. Those should be the bowl games.
Okay.
I do not like
But they could be hosted at Michigan. The Orange Bowl could be at Michigan. Is fine. Or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
I'll go back to the NCAA tournament. Men's basketball. Those are all on neutral sites.
Yeah.
You would, instead of making the bowl game, you would elevate. Now I do care about the Cheez-It Bowl. I care about the Gator Bowl, the Orange Bowl, whatever the hell. Now I do really care because I love the idea. First round, first off, let's go 50,000 feet. 12 teams are going to have a chance to win a national championship.
Right.
That's number one. So you're going to have your upsets. You're going to have maybe a Cinderella team in there that hits the right notes at the right time. Secondly, when you have 5 through 12, that's what, 4 games?
Yeah.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, and 8 would be at home.
That's 4 bowl games, or what should be bowl games, that in my world on a neutral site, in the Cheez-It, Chick-fil-A, Weed Eater Pull-In Bowl. Now I will watch every one of these games. I can tell you that right now.
But I don't think it needs to be bowl games. I think the home part is big. You don't?
I do think it's big, but I like the way you go back to Cinderellas and you were so right about that.
Right.
I think that's part of the charm of the NCAA tournament. Now, those are all in one site, and there will be inherent weird advantages like Miami will get in and they just happen to be slated for the Orange Bowl or something like that, or they're near that.
Well, give me 2 teams that have a chance to be in the top 12.
Florida State and Oklahoma.
Okay, so Florida State and Oklahoma at Florida State is massive.
Massive.
Florida State as the home team against Oklahoma in Levi's.
Mm-hmm. You're taking away home field advantage.
Well, you're also, I don't think it's full. It's guaranteed a full house in Tallahassee.
It is 100%,
guaranteed,
100%,
or in Oklahoma.
Or in Oklahoma, you're right.
And maybe Levi's is the wrong market.
Tallahassee or Norman, packed. You're right. Levi's.
But then are you playing everything in Tennessee and Michigan? Or let's say that game's at Penn State. That's weird.
Well,
or I guess that we already have the neutral sites for these bowl games, but I think they have a chance to be monsters at the home site of those teams.
Well, they will 100. Well, hold on a second. Could they, again, this is one of those things where as soon as I say it out loud, there's going to be something obviously stupid about it. Could they keep that format but repurpose the bowls to those games?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Could you have it be, what was our example? It was Florida State hosting Oklahoma.
Right. And now that's the Cheez-It Bowl.
Sure. But it's just in Florida State.
Right. So you take this, but I don't know the inner workings of how the Cheez-It Bowl works. It doesn't have to be in that city at that stadium because of sponsoring. I don't know.
Are you better off with that or having the Cheez-It Bowl for UCLA and
because I'm not going
and Texas Tech because they didn't make the top 12.
I don't, unless I'm a UCLA or Texas Tech guy, or I'm just bored.
But do you care that it's the Cheez-It Bowl, or you're caring that this is a chance for Florida State and Oklahoma to advance? I don't think it matters as
100% doesn't. But you mentioned elevating the bowl games. That's the only reason I'm keeping in mind is that you're not.
But the top 4 bowl games, correct? Or the next round is bowl games?
Round is bowl. Yeah, the next round is bowl games
because that's at neutral sites.
That's the New Year's 6 bowl games.
Right.
So the quarterfinals and semifinals. But not necessarily on New Year's, I guess, because you can't do both.
Sure.
So it's that week.
But, you'll still have the game. It could be, what was last year? Michigan, Alabama at the Rose Bowl was cool.
Yeah.
To me. But those teams came out. There's no fan,
Right.
They'll get it, I think, or get close to what they need to get.
And I said yesterday, I wish that college football debut weekend was like this weekend, so you'd have a couple weeks to yourself. Well, if you can't do that because of school, maybe you could extend. Because it would be kind of cool to have New Year's Day, which used to mean everything in college football. New Year's Day is all the quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got what? Four bowl games back to back to back to back. And then you have the following week, that following Saturday is your semis. And then you're just basically extending it out to what would that be? The 15th, 16th of January?
It's not far off what it is now.
It's going to be, dude. I'm actually.
It's going to be big.
It's going to be a monster.
Yeah.
I'm really glad they did that. We'll take a very quick break. 1 minute. When we come back, schedule leaks. Get that fixed, and some dates we already know about, not just Kings related, but elsewhere that are going to mean something to the basketball world. We'll get to that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Sacramento, Dirks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Farmerly, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Arby's of Sacramento and Public Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
Meant to do this yesterday, Jason. We're going to get this schedule stuff in a second. But I do have a list. We do this every year. Best college football names 2024.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Some of these are carryovers.
Okay.
Some of these you'll recognize. And this is in no particular order. Quarterback, Oklahoma Sooners. General Booty.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
UTSA Roadrunners. Cornerback, Pig Cage. Related to Nick? I don't know.
That's high praise.
We remember this from last year. Defensive back, Alabama Crimson Tide, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yes.
God, I love that name. Oh, by the way, did I see Clinton Dix in the 49ers secondary, I think? Or no? Oh, no, Rock Ya-Sin. Rock Ya-Sin and who's my guy? Detroit wide receiver. I'm on Ross St. Brown. Actually, Rocky Yassin and Amon Ross sound kind of, is that like an Egyptian thing?
I don't know.
I love both those names. Shreveport, Louisiana, originated Nebraska Cornhusker wide receiver. Not the hottest, the coldest Crawford.
I just realized you were talking about it. You didn't see receivers and how he got his name and how it is Egyptian.
Who?
Amon St. Brown.
I didn't know. I haven't seen it. Is that
also his last name isn't his dad's last name is Brown, not St. Brown.
What?
Yeah, he changed the last name to St. Brown. He gave his kids the last name St. Brown.
But his dad's name is Brown?
Yes.
Huh.
Because his brother, Amon Ra's brother, is Equanimous?
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew both. What? I gotta go watch now. Because I did see episode 1 where the dad, the former Mr. Universe, whatever, was working out with his kids and stuff, and learned that they speak German because of their mom. It's a fascinating family. I did not know that. So his dad's last name is Brown, but he gave his kids the name Saint Brown?
Yeah.
Did he say why?
Because it looked better on the back of a jersey.
Dude, that is some forward thinking. Wow. Buffalo Bills wide receiver, Booby Curry. I don't know about this one. It's his name. I can say it, but also I don't want to. It's not who. It's not that
the one
it's
you
not
called
that,
us.
It's not that one.
You
that
woke Chris up from a nap.
yeah,
from?
It's not Noah. First name Noah, last name I ain't trying it.
Yeah.
No, this guy. I'm just gonna spell it. His first name. I'm not joking. This is his given name. Well, his last name is Silla. Sillh. Silla. His first name Shitta. You know what? I can say that
That's
because
his first name?
Because you said the TV show, right? What are the rules on this? You said this
I don't
TV.
know.
Yeah, I don't know either. When in doubt, S-word Silla. But, anyways, have fun with that, guys. Have fun with that, Mark Jones. Hot Rod Fitton, South Carolina Gamecock linebacker. I guess I could say that.
Yeah.
North Carolina defensive back. Storm Duck.
Yes. D-U-C-K?
D-U-C-K. Storm Duck. That's like Mouse Cop, because I always think about the Key and Peele skit. Tulane Green Wave. Wide receiver. Fat Watts. P-H-A-T. Tennessee Volunteers. Wide receiver. Squirrel White. NFL player. 100%. Dramatic Squirrel White. Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. That's where my good buddy Willie works.
Willie.
Boogie Nights. Not Night. Sorry. Boogie Night.
It's only one of them.
Boogie Night.
Yeah.
Boogie Night. From Jefferson, Ohio. Louisiana has was it LSU that had Major or General Booty, or was that Texas? I forget. Anyways,
Oklahoma,
because LSU's got Major Burns.
Okay, I found out the pronunciation of the Boston College player. Last name Silla.
First name
Sheeta.
Sheeta
Silla.
Oh, okay. Sheeta Silla. Okay. Well, that's okay. I mean, either one's okay.
Yeah.
Sheeta Silla sounds like a medication.
Yes.
I was sick. They prescribed me some Sheeta Silla. From the Stanford Cardinal, linebacker is just a badass name. Thunder Justice Keck.
Wow.
Bro, if your name is Thunder Justice, not messing with you.
Yeah, drop the Keck.
I don't know. The Keck is kind of.
It is kind of, yeah, a good finishing move.
I would say the other way.
Oh, you don't like
I think it lessens.
Just leave the Thunder Justice? Yeah. That's a good point. UAB Blazers defensive
Time for you to get some Thunder Justice.
It sounds like a cartoon thing. It's time for Thunder Justice.
Or like tonight. After, I'm trying to think of an 80s movie.
Right after A-Team.
It is Thunder Justice. Frank Hennigan joins the team.
Special guest host, Fred Dreyer. Don't get tackled by the UAB Blazers defensive tackle, Fish McWilliams.
This is a really weird handshake.
Fish McWilliams. Offensive lineman, UNLV, Tiger Shanks. These are real names.
Yeah.
We're not making them up. We're not doing a bit. You could be a wide receiver for the South Florida Bulls. Look out for Aju. Aju. Reminds me of one of my favorite names of all time. UC Davis, Anime Ojo.
Yeah.
JT O'Sullivan to Anime Ojo, who is now, didn't we find out he's a security guard now, I think.
Ojo?
No, for real, he is. I think we looked that up a couple years ago. San Diego State Aztecs safety, not Australia Williams, New Zealand Williams. New Zealand Williams. Guard, Charlotte 49ers, Panda Askew. Strong safety, Ohio Wesleyan, the Battling Bishops. Ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Stoner. Hey, man, what's up? I'm a strong safety, bro. Running back, Auburn Tigers, Tank Bigsby. NFL player.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a running back and your name's Tank.
He's playing for Carolina Panthers.
Tank Bigsby was on Thunder Justice.
Yes.
You know who was in, remember movie Poltergeist? One of the first scary movies I ever watched. I wonder if his parents were fans of that movie, because I'd like to welcome defensive end Demon Clowney. Florida Gators have a linebacker, by the way. It's not Sergeant Borders. He's Chief Borders. Number one.
Got a general, sergeant, chief.
Linebacker, Idaho Vandals. Fave. F-A apostrophe A-V-A-E, and then F-A apostrophe A-V-A-E.
Yeah.
Am I pronouncing it right?
I believe so.
Hey. Kicker, Houston Cougars, Bubba Baxa. Wide receiver, South Carolina Gamecocks, Juice Wells. That's, by the way, just to be clear, that's Juice Wells.
Yeah. Not Jalen Hurts.
I just realized when I say Juice Wells, it could sound different.
Yes.
From the Kentucky Wildcats, running back Cavossier Smoke. Oh my God, that's Cavossier Smoke.
Cavossier
spelled
Smoke.
completely not like Cavossier. K-A-V-O-S-I-E-Y. Cavossier Smoke. That might be my favorite. That's a great
For
name.
a running back?
Yes. Yeah. He's a running back. He's not a wide receiver, because then you'd say pass the Cavossier Smoke. Boom. Ohio State Buckeyes linebacker. Not a porn star, a linebacker. Ladies and gentlemen, Steel Chambers. From Colorado, playing for Wyoming, nickel corner, Buck Coors. That's not a coincidence. He's from Colorado.
The banquet beer.
Chancellor Brewington, not from Colorado, from Arizona, plays for Nebraska. That's their tight end. Ephesians Prysock, safety, Arizona. Juvensky Schlenbaker, running back, Washington State. Juvensky Schlenbaker. I love these names. Tight end, Rice Owls, Jaeger Bull. That's such a tight end
How's
name.
Jaeger spelled?
Jaeger. Yeah.
Maybe he got sponsored.
Huh?
Maybe he got sponsored.
Oh my God. That'd be a whole new NIL, right? You get, like, ladies and gentlemen, Mervyn's Johnson, Montgomery Ward Smith, Wing Green, offensive tackle, Georgia Tech, Sellers Shy, Ole Miss Rebels, Cash Walker, Cash Walker plays for the Houston Cougars. What's his nickname going to be? Cash Walker, Texas Ranger.
Pardon my French.
Well, pardon my French. A couple more here. Casey Legg, he's a kicker.
Nice. Perfect.
Power Eccles, linebacker. Chance Poore, Kentucky kicker. Isaac D'Arcangelo, linebacker. That's so great. Patty Turner. And yeah, that's it, dude. Although, take a look. Sorry, this isn't for everybody. Take a look at old Patty Turner's pick.
What's he doing?
It looks like meth. Dear Lord, those are some pupils. We'll take a break. When we come back, NBA schedule leak and contract holdouts around the NFL. We'll do that next.
Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
And here's Purdy going to throw one deep, wide for Debo. Made the catch on the back shoulder.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
And a back shoulder banger for Deebo Samuel.
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
Are you tired of your tee shots ending up in the adjoining fairway while the rest of your foursome is hitting it down the middle? Well, experts will tell you that being properly fitted for golf clubs will help you strike your drive center cut. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio and its team of trained PGA professionals are ready to help you get rid of your banana balls and duck hooks. Hagen Oaks Indoor-Outdoor Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company, sold on report.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning, still with the most variety of table games in the region. And as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Ow. Hey, welcome back. Hey, welcome back. This one's just for Chris. Chris, my Royal Match, I reset my account again right before
like your 7th time?
Right before I left for Europe, to have something to do on the plane, which it works so well. I was just on that thing. It's just a brain fryer, just whatever. But sadly enough, so that would have been, I think, my first. I saved it. I reset it. I think it reset that Monday, and then I didn't touch it until the plane was taking off on Wednesday. So it will be 3 weeks ago tomorrow that I reset my account. What level am I on?
200.
Jason Ross.
750. 883.
Wow.
If anybody out there comes across the game Royal Match on your phone, it's like what I would tell my kids when I was addicted to smoking. I'd be like, look, I've never beaten you guys before, but I will I'll say it publicly. I will beat my children if I ever catch them smoking, like straight up. Like there is nothing they could do. Well, like other than like murder and stuff that would tick me off more. And part of that's my own insecurity and all that stuff. It's kind of the same thing about Royal Match. If you see it, don't download it. Just don't do it, man. I have yet to meet somebody that started playing it that was like, it was okay. Chris plays it all the time. Our friend Shannon plays it all the time. My wife plays it all the time.
I never told you guys this. I think I was first at it before you guys.
Really?
Really?
I played it right when I got my new phone. Like I got this. I say new phone. It's a year old now.
Yeah.
So when I got it, that game was like one of the games on there, and I started playing
really
like crazy. And then
how did you get out of it?
Once I stopped.
How did you get out of the hole?
Yeah, I stopped.
What are you on? 5,000 and 30,100?
No, that's crazy.
What are you at?
6,583.
I hate him so much.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I had a conversation over the weekend with a friend of mine that plays this? First off, it's bad that we have conversations. Like, I hate it when the propellers don't work right. But I was actually like, I would legit watch like the World Championships on the Ocho. Like, if they had Royal Match World Championships, there's just two dudes on their phone, but it was being broadcast to big screens. Like, oh, what an amazing job by Rico, letting the satellite come down, combining it with a missile with just one move left.
Would you be upset or happy if I was on it?
Uh-huh. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
I'd be rooting for you to advance because it'd be amazing content.
But lose in the finals.
Just, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I'd handle it. Because it wouldn't be I'm pissed. It would, all the pissedness would be out of jealousy and envy. It would be 100% envious of like, what's going on here?
Especially since I found out about the game because of you.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I got Chris, and I introduced Chris to European soccer, and then he became a bigger soccer fan than me. I introduced him to MMA, didn't I?
Yeah,
but I don't think you ever became. You reverted back to boxing.
I don't think I was ever an MMA fan.
And then Royal Match. This
is the last straw.
That's it. Not showing him anything ever again. Well, maybe one day. But that's it. Schedule leaks. So we told you about Christmas and the Kings opener. The Clippers open up the Intuit Dome. I want to say Innit. That's English.
I think the same thing every time I see it.
I do too.
I think it's because of the English association.
Yeah, it's Dome, isn't it?
I know you're not a fan of Los Angeles.
No.
Would you make a trip to go see the Kings down there?
I don't.
That building seems incredible.
No, to see the Kings,
and it's also the Clippers, right? Yeah. It's not the Lakers.
Exactly. I definitely would. In fact, it's funny. I thought about that because my sister lives down there, and I would 100% like to kind of time a trip down there to see, because look, that when we were driving to Austria, we passed I don't know what it's called, but Bayern Munich's soccer stadium on the freeway. Just passed right by, and it looks like a big white tire. Basically, I don't know how else to describe it. And when we were the Kings trip back in 2013, still the coolest arena I've ever seen in my life, the Mercedes-Benz something arena in, I think it was Beijing, and it's literally a spaceship. Mm-hmm. It's a UFO looking thing that is a fully working arena that housed basketball games. I'm an arena phobe, or a stadium not phobe. I love seeing cool places for sports, and it'll probably only last 20 minutes the way the world works. But this right here is the Intuit Dome looks everything like the greatest arena in the world.
I think it is.
I think it's gonna be
until the next one, right?
It's and the fact that it's, and you talk about like within an hour's flight, we're gonna have arguably two of the greatest show displays, I don't know how the hell to call it, in the world right now, with the Intuit Dome, and then the what's the hell, the Vegas thing, the Sphere.
Oh, the Sphere.
Sorry, yeah, I was like the eye, the Sphere. So yeah, I'm really looking, and plus they have, as you said, they have SoFi there too for the football. But I'm really looking more forward to the technical aspects, because and by the way, Steve Ballmer being one of the main Microsoft guys, that's gonna very much reflect. Now there's an example of a guy who comes in owning a team that does just about everything right.
Well, and when Golden One opened, like, that was the biggest video board in the league. This will now be like, this is one of one that they've gotten into it. Like, no one else has what they've created there. So it's going to be pretty unique. The thing just everything else about it I've heard is absolutely incredible.
I'm looking forward to that schedule fully coming out so we can see when they play down there next. I would like to know. I mean, let me ask you this. What are you, when it comes to the Kings, looking forward to the most leak-wise? Like, for example, I would like to know their first trip down to play the Clippers, to your point.
Yeah.
What else, if anything, really stands out?
I'm trying to think. Storyline-wise, I mean, I'll be curious. I'll appreciate the day Harrison Barnes comes back.
Okay,
yeah,
Dallas.
I always like former Kings.
Like Indy and Sac.
Yeah, Indy, San Antonio, because of Barnes. Just the regular, when do they play the Lakers? It's always intriguing. When do they play the Warriors? Long road trips, that kind of stuff.
Definitely want to see when they're playing the Pelicans.
Oh, why?
Just to see if they can turn it around.
So Indy at Sac, San Antonio's first game in Sac, first trip to Clippers, I think. Do we care about the Warriors games at all?
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe first road trip.
Right.
What's their longest road trip? I want to know that one.
It's about 6 or 7 games. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do want to go down there though.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I mean, there's 2 trips down there, or multiple. They play, the Lakers, or do they have? And I know they've done this the last couple of years. Do they have any scheduled potting? I think last year, they had the 2 games in 3 days in New Orleans, and 2 games in 3 days in Houston.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do they have any of those this year?
You know what? I hope they don't have is 2 games in Boston.
Well, they only have 1, thankfully.
Thank God.
Unless they're in the finals.
Clay returns to the Bay. That's November 12th.
Okay.
We're going to have finals rematches. January 25th, Boston at Dallas. And then February 6th, Dallas at Boston.
Look, they've got all this stuff. Just let the schedule out. Let's go.
I agree. I'm going to see what I can sniff around and find during the break. Nope, not in there. We'll take a break, though, when we come back. Who's hot, who's not? I'm laughing because we're going streaking.
Yes, yeah, we did.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with all that right after this.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
A Gain Scent Bead story. Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring a bottle of Gain Scent Beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent Maraca smell amazing." Actually, Jim, most noses call them Gain Scent Beads. Try Gain Scent Beads, way fresher than detergent alone.
When you were young, all you wanted in the summer was an ice cream truck to roll by. Now, you just can't wait for the Harbor Freight parking lot sale to roll around. And it'll be here this weekend. Maybe you're looking to fill up that tool chest. Maybe you're looking for a tool chest to fill up. You'll save money either way. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until August 18th, 2024. While supplies last. Limitations apply.
Hello, baby. Sammy Hagar presents
The best of all worlds. I'm bringing some of my best friends along. Michael Anthony, Jason Bonham, and Joe Satriani.
this Friday night, Toyota Amphitheater, with special guest Loverboy. One night, every era, and a whole lot of Van Halen. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com as part of the Hard Rock Sacramento concert series.
Keep your family cool and comfortable this summer with Bell Brothers' best summer ever financing event. When you replace your AC system, we're offering 0 payments, 0 interest for 6 months on approved credit, then low fixed rate thereafter. That's right, 0 payments, 0 interest for 6 months on any new AC system. It's an incredible offer on an incredible new AC system, but only for a limited time. This offer is also available on any plumbing, water heater, or insulation projects over $1,000. So call Bell Brothers now. Your family will thank you because they'll be cool and comfortable. But you have to hurry. Our offer for 0 payment, 0 interest for 6 months, then low fixed rate thereafter ends soon. Estimates and second opinions are free. So call now to keep your family cool and comfortable during Bell Brothers' best summer ever event. Our number is 916-444-1234 or find us online at theNoSurpriseGuys.com. That's theNoSurpriseGuys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. About 6 months ago, I got my new Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV, and it's the best car driving experience I've ever had. And I'm here to tell you Mercedes-Benz of Stockton not only has cars and SUVs, they also have Sprinter vans. That's right. So if you're a company looking for a new fleet of vehicles, check out my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans will haul anything you put in them, and your crew members will love driving them. So head on down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton right now. They have special rates starting at 4.9% APR and an $8,000 discount on over 30 vans in stock. Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans. They are ready to customize for any use. So head on down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton today, just a short drive down I-5, or anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com. Tell them your boy Drape sent you.
Sacramento, Dirks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Farmally, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hot.
Shohei Ohtani.
Hey.
He has had 30 or more home runs, 30 or more stolen bases, and 5 or more triples in his first 115 games with the Dodgers. The only other player in the modern era to reach those marks within his first 150 games was Mike Trout. Took him 146, though, to do that. So,
imagine if they were ever teammates.
Could you imagine that?
Imagine that.
Imagine if that guy had ever pitch again.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
I hope he does. He's, Shohei Ohtani's good.
He is.
Yeah. That's my take.
Good take.
Who's not?
Let's you take a stab at this.
The Yankees?
Hey, very good. They lost the White Sox 12-2 despite having 42 more wins than the White Sox. The last Major League Baseball team to enter a game with at least 40 or more wins than their opponent and lose was
the
Yankees.
New York Yankees against the Blue Jays on September 10th, 1977. They lost 19-3, even though they had 41 more wins than the Blue Jays.
Sounds like winners to me.
What is going on with your Yankees, Jason?
First place, you mean? Are they?
Is that going to end up being like a thing where, like,
hey, they don't play bad teams in the playoffs?
Good point.
It's a great point. Billy Wagner's son had a 3-hit night in his Major League Baseball debut. Remember Billy Wagner, Astros reliever?
Yes.
Yeah. How about that? Getting a little old. Getting a little old on that. All right, let's go. Let's find this. Let's get this out of the way.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing? We're streaking.
Clearly a headline on ESPN right now. Will Judge hit 60 homes?
He might.
It's weird. I hope he doesn't hit any homes.
Hi.
What up?
What up, Holmes?
All right, let's go streaking. I believe I was at 1.
Yes.
Oh, hold on a second. Hey, give me the breaking news banner real quick, would you? I got a little breaking news for you.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
All right, these are going to be leaking out. I'm checking with my people. Unconfirmed but confirmed. Tyrese Halliburton will be in Sacramento December 22nd. Pacers at Sacramento December 22nd. So there you go. This is the time where we just start getting little tiny leaks. So there you go. Back to John Fogarty.
You were at 1.
I was at 1.
I'm at 1.
You're at 1.
Chris is at 4.
Yeah, that ends today.
Yeah.
I think. I hope.
All right. Well, you picked a player from the San Francisco Giants in a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. You went with Mark Canha.
Definitely want to pick a newly acquired fringe player who
That doesn't always play. In a pitcher's duel, and then it lived up to its hype, and the Giants got 3 total hits. And I have not looked, but I'll tell you right now, I will make this commitment. If Mark Canha got a hit, I'm picking an Oakland A today. Okay.
Today.
And if he didn't,
then I'm just,
then you go to Jackson Holiday so you can hear the song.
Yo, yeah, the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you did pick Mark Canha.
Yeah, I did.
He got up 4 times.
Okay, so he played.
Yeah, he played. Batted second. And you said the Giants got 3 hits.
They did. I know that.
Mark Canha got one of them.
Let's go! Mark Canha got 1 of 3 hits. Hey! Celebrate!
Canha gets you a hit.
Freaking jacked.
I am. Canha what?
What was the song you wanted yesterday?
Just that one. Oh, didn't I pick a different one then?
No, you said it was something from Winger.
Oh, I was headed for a heartbreak.
All right, so you're at 2. Good
I'm
job.
at 2.
Yes.
Now I got to pick an A.
Now you revitalized your streak. Wow.
I should get 3 for that.
I took Aaron Judge
Yeah, you
of
did.
the somehow not hot Yankees. He got up 4 times. He got 2 hits.
Hey!
That guy's good at
What are
baseball.
You're at 2. I'm at 2.
Yeah. So Chris took Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts. And then I said, is he going to play? So then he goes, okay.
He really had an attitude about it.
I did. I gave him a 2.
Yeah, he did.
And then he said, I walked off the show. And then he said,
just making the Christopher Lodge show.
Give me Aaron Judge. And I said, ugh. Then I even had more of a tude because I didn't want Chris to jump on my
You had so
bandwagon.
much of a tude, it was a 3.
So then I did hear that Mookie was going to play. So I texted Chris before any at-bats were had. I said, do you still want Mookie? He said, hell yeah.
No, I said, oh, hell yeah.
And so Mookie Betts got up 4 times, and he got 2 hits.
Oh, look at Chris,
including a home run.
Wow.
So either way, there's no controversy. Either guy would have got a hit for him. So, but he took Mookie. So Chris is at 5. You and I are at 2.
It's starting to get a little interesting for Chris.
Yeah.
All right.
Almost a third of the way there.
Well, as the song says, because I said I was going to pick an A, if Mark Canha got a hit.
And he did.
I'm ready to play today with JJ Bleday. It's a fun name to say.
No way.
Go eat some hay. Listen to what I say.
Isn't coming up at 9 Jim Gray?
No, actually.
No way.
No way. No. Because that would be
not today.
Lame. Yes, exactly. Not today.
Did you ever watch Tammy Faye?
I did, but I'm sticking with baseball because I'm thinking about, Blake Snell's looking really good. But if they can get anything out of Robbie Ray, that's going to be awesome.
Oh, but he got traded to the Blue Jay.
Damn it. Come on.
I will take Gunnar Henderson.
And I will take Juan Soto.
Oh, you know what's on TV tonight?
What?
Beat Bobby Flay. Oh, you know what was a really good 90s alternative band? Remember Jars of Clay?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, right?
Did they sing It's Gotta Be May?
Oh. You know who my favorite young is?
What?
Trey. Why do we?
Are you on goofball pills or something?
Yes.
Why are we still employed?
I don't know.
Why? Do you think they
Don't
just
let him
forgot?
Is this all? Oh, this is
This
on.
is on?
Oh.
All right.
JJ Blade, Juan Soto, and Gunnar Henderson.
Checking out the YouTube chat. Richard Bay. All right. What else do I have for you? Well, I don't have any more schedule updates because my people aren't texting me.
That was an important Halliburton one, though. Everybody now knows December 22nd is Halliburton Day.
Well, yeah, and can I just say, that Ward did not leak that.
No,
I don't want to get Ward in any more trouble.
Has Ward checked in today?
Montgomery. If you forgot, our guy Ward in the chat's the one who broke the news. We were the first. I saw some of our competition. They were 30 minutes after.
Oh,
ha!
Wow.
Ha!
Whoa.
Don't credit us, credit Ward. Montgomery. Ward. Coming up next, let's talk about Brandon Ayuk a little bit. And by talk about it, I mean listen to what Kyle Shanahan says about him.
That'd be a good idea.
And also, is he worth it?
Right. I mean, there's some receivers that got paid, and there's a certain class.
Paid.
I don't know if he's in that class or not.
Do you think Brandon St. Ayuk would look better on a uniform?
Like Amon St. Ayuk.
What'd you call him?
Amon Ra. What is it?
Amon Ra.
Amaron. I'm changing it. Can't be the same. I'm adding a little flair to it.
It's pronounced a moron.
He might feel like that.
I'll take, what is it? Bon appetit for 500.
It was something different.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
When we come back, Niners at 9 next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings. Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the Water Wheel.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your flagship station for the Beam Team.
Should we light the beam? Light the beam, baby.
Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Shout out to a loyal listener, Zebra. She's fantastic, and she sent me a message on Twitter, and she said, "Hey, you guys rock. I've been painting rocks lately. How cool is that?"
Hey, that's cool.
She painted a Sacktown Sports logoed rock. And she showed me she's been busy. Here's some of the other rocks she's painted.
Oh, I see the first one that jumped out. Okay.
The thing with her is
I got it wrong.
I'm not really sure where she stands on things.
Yeah.
Based on those rocks. Oh boy. All right. Wait, what are you scrolling through, dude?
Oh, everything.
It's the worst feeling ever. You had somebody your phone to look at something and you see their finger. Our big boss is one of those.
He does.
I very specifically remember it was a picture of like the golf something golf or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, check out this person, something whatever. It was golf related. Yeah. And I hand him the phone and he kind of like took his glasses off to look. And the next thing you know, he's swiping. I'm like, hey,
swipe.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, check out what I made for my friend's kid's wedding.
No swipe. Okay, this microphone's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey, what would you think if they replaced these mics with handhelds?
I like the standing mics.
What do you think of the English microphones for their broadcasters? Have you seen those?
Are those the...
No, they got like they're handheld.
Oh, yeah, with the little logo on top.
Yeah.
I actually think that'd be kind of fun to do for a day. We do the show, because that'd be fun. You just kind of walk around. Like, I wonder if
like you in Portland?
100%. Could we do the show? How fun would the show be for a day? I think my second choice would be handheld wireless. So we could just kind of walk around and do the show.
You'd be dangerous with that.
I would.
Yeah.
No, I would. It would not be a good thing for me. And then the third would be, if it's possible, a wireless. The best would be a wireless headset mic. Oh, that'd be great.
How often would you start segments outside?
I would be
walking up the stairs.
I would be strolling through the sales pit.
Yeah.
If I had the headset mic, and I just be like, yeah, I don't know, Jason, Mark Canna,
yeah, they'd love it.
They would.
Yeah.
Right here with Scott Navarro. Scott, got any baseball stories?
Ever win anything?
We kid because we care.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ayuk, on the other hand, he ain't kidding. He wants a new deal. And Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers, said, you know what? Either way, I know one thing I'm confident about with him.
You said that Brandon Ayuk is taking part in meetings. Is there anything that he's able to do or has done on the field, whether it's just running routes with the quarterbacks or anything of that nature?
Not with us. I trust Brandon knows what he's got to do for this year to get ready to play. I have a feeling he's finding a way to stay in shape and do those things. But there's a football shape element that I know he's eager to get back to, and us too. So hopefully we can get to that soon. But Brandon knows what he's got to do to be in shape for the season, and I feel confident he's doing that.
A football shape element? What is that? Like a cake?
Well, our own Matt Barrows wrote a story about how their pace of practice is maybe taking its toll on some of the Niners. So maybe that's the football shape element he's talking about.
Yeah, we've seen this before with vets. Yeah. It's a little different with him. I mean, there's some legit stuff, and trading Brandon Ayuk is a realistic possibility. A lot because of the future. I just, he reportedly blocked trades to New England, blocked a trade to Pittsburgh, or Cleveland, I should say. First off, I hate this stuff.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do. I mean, I do. I just think it's the biggest disconnect we have. It's like, look, we love these guys. We want to play sports. We want them to win, all that stuff. They get paid on, a crazy amount of money. And then you're thinking, man, they're getting there's contract holdouts every year.
I hate holdouts in the NFL. I got a list here. Let's see how many you agree with. I've got my top 3. I wrote this before the show. My top 3 least favorite NBA contract holdouts. You ready?
NBA or NFL?
NBA.
Okay.
Number 3. I don't have one because they've never happened.
Right.
We know someone that held out.
You want for basketball?
Mm-hmm.
No idea what I'm walking.
Doug Christie.
Held out?
Mm-hmm.
What did he hold out?
He got drafted by Seattle.
Rookie year.
Oh, but that's different.
So that's number 1.
That's number 1, Doug Christie. Didn't he get that was Scottie Pippen for Holden Polynice. Yeah, that's right. Same with baseball. Yeah. Now you have arbitration. Here's first off, I get it from the team point of view. We're paying a lot of people a lot of money, and nobody's irreplaceable except a quarterback. And this is the contract you signed, dude. And guess what? If you'd had a bad year last year, you still would have gotten paid that money. So you don't get don't sign the deal. I understand that. I also understand the players are like, yeah, actually, if I have a couple bad years, though, I'm getting cut. Also, I could suffer a freaking season-ending, life-altering injury in game 2, and I'm done. Real simple way to solve the whole thing for the richest sport in America, for one of the biggest sports in the entire world, for a sport that is responsible for over 90 of the top 100 viewed programs in all of America, including everything. News, presidential debates, Olympics, doesn't matter. Over 90 of the top 100. Guarantee your contracts. All of them. Guarantee them. Well, Dave, there's 55 players in there. So what? Guess what? Then you pay them.
Right.
That's it. Guarantee the contracts. No more holdouts. You're talking about, of the 3 major sports, by far, the most dangerous sport, the most injury-filled sport. Not even in the same ballpark, city, state, and country.
Yeah.
But you can have a guy sign a 4-year, $687 million contract, and you can cut him the next year, and he got $10 million guaranteed. Right. It's so absurd, and it's because, in part, it's because the players' union is just absolutely toothless in the NFL. It's the worst players' union there is. And by the way, part of that's the players, and you have so many, and a lot of them are not great with their money. And that's not unique to the NFL. But it seems in part it's very chicken and egg in baseball and basketball because they're guaranteed numbers. Did I spit on you?
No.
Oh, okay. You were wiping your eye. Because they're guaranteed numbers in baseball and basketball, you have a lot more financial stability on the average. In football, there's 2 problems. It is almost year to year in a lot of cases, number 1. Number 2, it is the haves and the have-nots. For every Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, there's 20 Rock Ya-Sins trying to catch on and making, mid to low 6 figures. The average length of an NFL career is very, very long. 3 years, 2 years. You guarantee the deals. It's the best. Not only is it the best for the players, it's best for the sport. And that's it. You don't have this problem. But the NFL is a greedy cabal of mostly terrible people. And what's their incentive to do that?
Yeah. And then when, for a guy like Brandon Ayuk sees, I don't know, some of these receivers get paid. Like, I don't think he's in the Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson class, but Amon-Ra St. Brown? Is he there? Is he similar? Who just got paid a ton of money? Can he be a number one on a mediocre team? I just don't. I think the Niners could exist fine without him. I think they want to keep him.
Yeah.
But
this is like, I don't know how good Ricky Pearsall is yet.
Yeah, that's true too. But you just go of the holdouts of the Niners, like Trent Williams, they can't. They have to.
They have to have him.
Have to.
Yep.
Ayuk, I think they want to have.
Yeah.
And I get his play here, but at some point, I don't know who bends first and says, you know what, they're still offering me a nice amount of money.
Right.
I'll be on a good team. I'll be one of the most important pieces to the offense. Not the most, but one of the most. I could be Super Bowl MVP if everything goes right. I mean, he could be.
I think the 49ers right now have 3.5 tremendous receivers without Brandon Ayuk. You have George Kittle, obviously. You have Deebo Samuel, obviously. You have Christian McCaffrey. And I say half because there is kind of, and I'm not counting Pearsall because we don't know, but you assume he's going to be good, especially in this system. I have found myself wondering what Juwan Jennings would do in an elevated role because he's been so fantastic.
Yeah. When they've needed him,
he's been fantastic. What happens now if you give him 10 targets a game?
Right.
We've seen that before.
Yeah.
We've seen that in different positions. I mean, just a quick example that pops into mind is you had Melvin Gordon for a while in San Diego /LA with the Chargers, and he had Austin Eckler behind him. You had Tony Pollard behind Ezekiel Elliott forever. And I get running back to White. I understand that. But with great talent, with great opportunity can come great talent. And I would be curious to see, I don't want to find out necessarily, but I would be curious to see if Juwan was elevated, how that would work.
Right. I agree. I mean, I think he could do that just fine.
Yeah.
So that's something the Niners probably also know. And it's like, what could you get in return? Because at first I didn't think they would even go down the road of trading him.
I mean, either.
And now, I mean, at least they are talking to teams, whether or not that's a real possibility or pushing the leverage back, against, Ayuk at this point. Who knows?
Yeah, and I get that long term, they almost certainly can't have Ayuk and Deebo, and I think Ricky Pearsall. When you've got receivers like they do, I mean, I think we can all agree receiving it was not the Niners' weakness. And they go out and they draft a receiver in the first round. That's not that's not telegraphing. That's big fat neon signing. Either Deebo or Brandon Ayuk's going because they are the cap monster is on the way.
Right.
But you also don't want to being the runner up once again and losing in the Super Bowl as close as it can be, second overtime game ever. Right. Or third. Did the Patriots have one?
That's the one, the 28-3 or 28-point lead.
The Falcons. Yep. Gotcha. Oh, I always think that I always mistake that with Vinatieri's walk-off in the Super Bowl. Anyways, you want to make it work at least one more year. And if you're Brandon Ayuk, we talked about this yesterday, like, dude, come on, man. You're going to get your bag. And I understand injury is a thing, but part of me says if Brandon Ayuk was in Minnesota and Justin Jefferson was in San Francisco, how big of a difference would either? And what I mean by that too is, look, Justin Jefferson's not competing with George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel.
Sure.
He had Adam Thielen for a while, and they've got some receiving, but it's not like the Niners. Right. Then on the other hand, with Brandon Ayuk, how much it's the chicken and egg again, because how much is Brandon Ayuk helped by having McCaffrey and Hill? Yeah, it's going to make it rough for your opportunities necessarily, but also you're going to see a hell of a lot less double coverage.
Right, exactly.
So do I think that Justin Jefferson is better because he's getting double covered on every single play and putting up those numbers? But also Justin Jefferson's getting a ton of opportunities. It's like in the NBA. Well, okay, sometimes you see a guy scoring, 26 points a game on a bad team. It's like, well, he's shooting it 35 times a game. Yeah. He's also being double covered every game, and defenses are completely surrounding him, and he's still doing that. So which is better?
Right.
And I struggle with that question a lot. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, This Week in Baseball notes from around the major leagues. We'll just go around real quick and talk about some of the stuff happening, including, where is it? I don't know. The Yankees. It's a tough day for your Yankees.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it because you're a pro. We'll do that next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Sorry, I was hearing a loud beeping coming from outside. It's like a fire alarm, but not a fire alarm, but some alarm.
It's a coffee machine.
That was a coffee machine from over by the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Dear Lord, that thing's loud. Welcome back. Christopher Lodge, Jason Ross, Carmichael Dave, taking you all the way another 45 minutes. And Styles and Watkins will take over and have all kinds of fun and hijinks. Maybe not a lot of hijinks.
You never know.
Never know.
Wait and see what the 4 hours will tell you.
You don't know what you're going to get with those two rascals.
That's right.
All right. This week in baseball notes. Doesn't seem right without the theme, does it? Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Mel Allen here.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's going to kick in. Yeah. The San Francisco Giants. I just want to do it like that, too. The San Francisco Giants with a painful 1-0 loss in 10 innings to the Atlanta Braves. Blake Snell continued to look fantastic, but in the end, the Gigantics did not have enough for Atlanta.
How about that?
Hey, I said earlier, it's a good, I think it's a good sign for the Giants because Blake Snell continues to be unconscious. This is the Blake Snell they signed.
He had no hits again, allowed through 6 innings, and just was amazing in control. Less walks. That's been his
great
area of concern.
Yeah,
less walks. Yeah, related to Bob.
Related to Bob Watts and Eric Plunk.
Yeah.
When you look at Blake Snell's game splits, now he threw the no-hitter against Cincinnati, and then he had his 6 innings. He gave up 3 earned. That's getting shelled for him. 3 earned on 8 strikeouts in 6 innings, and then yesterday 6 1/3, 2 hits, 3 walks. That's 5 runners in 6+ innings, 11 strikeouts for the month, Jason. Blake Snell has given up 13 runners in 21 1/3 innings. And has 30 strikeouts and an ERA of $1.27, and that follows up his previous 4 games in July, where he had a 0.75 ERA. So his ERAs have gone in April 11.57, 8.59, 5.79, and then over the last 2 months, counting August so far, 0.75 and $1.27. I think the injury has been hurting him.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
The best record in baseball belongs to the New York Yankees, but they lost to the worst record in baseball by 10 runs in Grady Sizemore's Chicago White Sox. 12-2 was the final. Jason Ross.
Bad loss for the Bombers. They've got to react and win the series, win the next two against the White Sox.
So I know that this is This Week in Baseball, but this isn't the one I'm thinking of.
This isn't the one I'm thinking of.
Right? There's a different This Week in Baseball theme.
Yeah.
But I know that this is one of them.
Yeah, but it's not the one I'm feeling.
Chris, can you try to find the different This Week in Baseball? Not that there's anything wrong with that. He just gave me a look. What?
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 He gave me a weird look. Here, I'll try to find it. There's a different This Week in Baseball theme.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
That's right.
Have at it.
Have at it. Do a little corner of the
Are you thinking of the Open?
That might be it. Let me see. That might be it. Let me see. All right. This Week in Baseball, 80s Open. All right. Fade that down. Let's see.
Wow. Sounds a lot like the one that I got.
Oh, what am I thinking here? Right? Am I right? Well, yeah, you and I already agreed on this. All right, let's see about this one.
That's it. That's the one.
Okay, so what is it?
Wait, can I see the visual? Yeah.
This one.
That's the open of the show, I think.
So this is the one. So I was thinking the Open, but then the one Chris was playing, was that like the highlights one they do?
I think that's Twib Notes from around the major.
Oh, right. You didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. I was seeing Jason's reacting.
What a catch by Concepcion.
Jason's reacting to the highlights.
Wait, how did they get all those people at those stadiums when they're just old and there's nothing to do around them?
Was that a owners are greedy thing?
I've been told that you need brand new state-of-the-art stadiums to have people come to your stadium.
Well, also, this is pre-phones, Chris. Nobody had anything else to do. And there were only 5 channels. Hey, there's Reggie Jackson. Pete Rose, remember him? He was good.
Oh, do yourself a favor and watch a documentary on him on Max.
Pete Rose?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Is Petey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is he? Hey, that's George Jorge Bell.
Yeah.
Spelled it 2 different ways.
Lupinella.
Don Zimmer. What's with the eyebrow? Oh, that's hair. That's Kirk Gibson with the... This is terrible radio, by the way. Whatever.
R.I.P.
Kirk Gibson died?
Oh, I thought that's what we were saying for all the players.
Oh, no, stupid. Who is that?
Vince Coleman.
Who?
Vince Coleman.
That was Vince Coleman.
And now a commercial for...
What's a Hummer commercial doing in the middle of that?
That was the song you were thinking of, though.
Tim Raines?
Yep.
This is really bad. Mookie Betts homered in his return to the Dodgers. Hey, it's good for the Dodgers having him back, Jason. Your thoughts?
Yeah. He 2 for 5. Ellis.
Was that Bob Knepper in the last one? Yeah, I think it was. Is that Ellis Burks, you said?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that hurts.
Nails.
Okay, this is you and I react. I got to You and I watching This Week in Baseball highlights.
How long is the Open?
Well, this one I think is it's a compilation. It's 9 minutes.
Gotcha. But that is the theme.
That's the theme.
You and I were thinking.
Next time, Chris, get it right. Grab the theme that's not supposed to be used that we didn't put.
Was This Week in Baseball even around when I was watching baseball?
Yes.
Was it?
It was?
How long it's not still on, is it?
I don't think so.
Why don't they bring a lot of that back? Why have we, my daughter told me the other day that jorts are coming back.
Really?
Yeah, which thank God.
Yeah, been waiting for that.
I got a stack of thems.
John Cena saying you all thought it was stupid.
Right? Was it him?
Oh yeah.
So why do we not see it stopped September 26, 1998.
Oh, okay.
It says was the last. It ran from 77 to 98.
Wow. How about the baseball bunch? Did you watch that?
That with Johnny Bench.
Yeah.
And the stupid chicken. Not I don't mean it like
How
that.
dare you?
Did you see the highlight that was going on recently? The little kid, the chicken tried to bunt and it hit the kid in the nuts. Anyways, why did they not bring those? What would the baseball bunch not work now?
I don't think so.
Why?
You would watch it?
No, but I'm not 9.
Okay.
But I'm telling little kids, wouldn't they watch with like Buster Posey? I don't know.
Yeah, more of a current.
Yeah.
Player. Okay.
Why not have This Week in Baseball with Bob Costas?
They didn't have Roblox back then.
What was the baseball bunch theme? I got a hunch you like the baseball bunch. Was there something in there like that?
No, that's something that definitely wasn't around when I was watching baseball.
The baseball.
Man, every Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday morning. I think it was before This Week in Baseball.
And what a great way to, and that was, I think it was after cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had all the cartoons and then, there we go. Hold on here. Did you turn that down or did I, Chris? Yeah, you're up. Yeah, I'm muted. All right, here we go. Wait, why is that? Am I up? Chris? Am I up over there? Baseball bunch. There we go.
We're ready to play. We're learning the way to do it right. We're the baseball bunch. We're gonna go far. We learn from the stars. We are the baseball bunch.
So racist.
We're having fun while we're learning to run.
Hey.
Kick and throw and catch that ball. You can learn too. We're waiting for you. You got a hunch. You'll love the baseball bunch.
Hi, I'm Johnny Bench, and this is the Baseball Bunch. Sam, Kate, Harold, Ozzy, Rick, Freddie,
I hope this is the entire show.
Louie, with the Dugout Wizards.
Is that the genie?
The Chicken.
The Chicken. Can't do San Diego, apparently.
And special guest, Johnny Bench. You can learn too. We're waiting for you. You got a hunch. You'll love the baseball bunch.
God,
The
that just
Baseball
makes.
Bunch is brought to you by Trix, the delicious fruit-flavored cereal kids love, because Trix are for kids. The Baseball Bunch will return after these messages.
Oh, can't even get into the show. We got to rent commercials.
God, that just makes me long for some Malta-meal and knowing I'm going to Winston Churchill Junior High to
I pay my taxes.
Baskets after that. Like, you want to talk about?
You shot baskets after watching the baseball bunch.
Yeah, it was because it was summertime.
Okay.
Yeah, you
didn't make you want to go play baseball.
Well, we do home run derby sometimes.
See, there
too.
you go. Home run derby.
Well, that's another one I'd love to bring back.
What, home run derby?
Is that Sparky Anderson?
It is.
Oh, look at that. I also the Pete Rose part was a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid took money from him.
Yeah, there you go, Chris. That's not great. By the way, is it just me or does Phillies Pete Rose seem like great value Pete Rose? Like
you have to watch this stuff.
Oh, okay. Like when I think of Pete Rose, I think of the Reds.
Okay.
And then Pete Rose with the Phillies is weird to me.
Interesting.
But then I was like really, really young when he played, so maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But you know.
Home run king.
It's never going. That is like the Olympics thing I asked you earlier about. Would you be a worldwide joke if you sucked in the Olympics but you get the free ride? Well, I make one stupid mistake with Pete Rose, and for the rest of my life, I'm a you-know-whatter.
Yeah. Good vibrations.
Take a break. When we come back, what to watch. And this day in sports history, and I don't like it. We'll talk about that next.
Kevin Herter plays here.
It's Herter. He's been hot. He fires. He's still hot. Kevin Herter from downtown has a 15-point first quarter.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, with the A's starting rotation in flux for much of the year, left-hander J.P. Sears has been a constant. In fact, he hasn't missed a start going back to the beginning of last year. And when he beat the White Sox to begin the A's most recent homestand, that meant the A's had won 6 of his previous 7 starts. And during those 6 wins, his ERA was 1.73.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? Now through September 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for just $15 a month, add the new Stream Saver that includes Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix for just $35 a month. Switch at Xfinity.com today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay to store bank account. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Currently $54 a month. Actual speeds vary. Stream Saver requires Xfinity internet or TV and price subject to change.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
When your game goes bad, getting back to basics is the quickest way to get on track. Many problems can be traced to forgetting the first lessons a good golf instructor covers: grip, alignment, and posture. If you're not holding the club properly, if you're not aligned to the target, and if you're not in an athletic posture, when you take the club back, you'll have to manipulate it somehow to get it back square to the target. That's when bad things happen. When I find myself leaving shots out to the right, I check my grip on the club. I check to see that I'm holding the club lightly in my fingers and that my hands are close together. Check to see that the V's formed by my thumbs and forefingers point to my right shoulder. Take a practice swing and feel as though the hands are working together and turning over naturally through the impact area. Bad alignment makes a good shot go astray, and bad posture makes it difficult to generate club head speed. If you're having similar problems, a brush up with a PGA professional will get you going again. For Golf to Go, I'm Frank LaRosa.
Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee, Tyler Rich, Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by RVs of Sacramento and Hoblet Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Just watching a clip of something called roof ball. You know what roof ball is, Christopher?
Ball on a roof?
Yeah, you take a football, and you're in your driveway. And you have the slanted roof, slanted towards you. And there's like a wooden pole looking thing on the back of the roof, kind of towards the top. And the idea is you throw the football from a line on the driveway. And if it just hits the roof and then like tumbles down towards you and you catch it, you get like a point. But if you hit the pole and then it tumbles back towards you and you catch it, I think it's like 6 points. And then if you go over the roof, it's nothing. And they had like a whole championship for this thing. Roof ball. That looks fun. I'm all for sports that are, you know, not difficult cardio-wise.
Yeah, but you can play.
I wouldn't call this cardio.
No, it's not. You know the one thing I haven't tried that everyone is doing is I haven't tried pickleball.
Oh, it's fun.
You know who is really into pickleball is our friend Lisa Gonzalez.
Yes,
she loves pickleball. I what is it like ping pong on a tennis court or something?
No, well,
how would you describe pickleball? Because it's the latest craze sweeping the nation.
I guess that's not a terrible way. Like, it's a paddle, so it's not a racket.
Okay.
I mean, in that sense, and it's not a traditional wiffle ball that has like the 3 holes in the one side, but it's a plastic round ball that has holes in it. So,
does it bounce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then it's inside the singles court of a tennis court. So forget the doubles lanes.
Okay.
That makes sense. And then there's a few other little rules that once you get them, I mean, there's different phrasing, the kitchen and different things like that. You're like, what? But then once you get it, goes pretty fast.
And
I would say the best thing when it was explained to me and I heard about this years ago, I had a friend that family played it. I'm like, I've never heard of this. When done right, what's cool about it is I would say older generations could play with younger. Like, you don't have to be this amazing athlete. It helps like anything, but you could have, you know, grandparents play with grandkids in a sense.
So it's tennis with a wiffleish ball, paddles,
yep,
and the singles part, not the doubles part. And
that first line is that kitchen thing. You can't hit from in there.
Oh, you have to stay behind. Oh, so you can't come up and just.
Yeah, from there you can smash it from other places, but
right, but you have to be behind that line.
Yeah.
Well, that looks kind of fun.
Yeah. They're playing that. What you're looking at is a pretty mild and tame. Yeah, but yeah, it's fun.
They are.
See, this is something you can play with you and your wife. You could have like mixed doubles and stuff.
Are the courts popping up everywhere?
Yeah, more and more places.
Interesting. That's not something you could like put in your backyard or something, though, right?
Oh, of course you can. Yeah, people have.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's interesting. And they got pickleball.
I guess in Jason's neighborhood,
right? Right.
Maybe we have one in our yard.
Oh.
Let's see. Kenneth Williams on the chat says, I love almost all the old cartoons. My butt was up at 6 a.m. watching Little Rascals and old Batman Adam West before the cartoons came on.
Yeah.
Rookie. Was up at 5:30 watching George of the Jungle, buddy. George of the Jungle, into Tom and Jerry, into Looney Tunes, into Smurfs, Snorks, Dungeons and Dragons, Cubert. Which one I'm missing? Garfield.
What was that claymation? Did you ever watch that thing? There's like a claymation thing with a dog and a boy.
Oh, is it British?
It might be.
The British claymation dog and the boy.
I know that's not. Someone's gonna.
No,
know.
the British one is something.
Wallace and Gromit.
No, it's not that.
Let me see. Get Along Gang.
There
That's
it
a
is.
good pull.
Davy and Goliath.
No.
Let me see if I show you.
Black and white.
No. Did you ever see this?
All right.
Hang on. These guys.
Oh, that does look familiar. It's in kind of a Gumby Rudolph.
Yeah, I say claymation, but
yeah. No, I hear you.
That was on. I don't remember. Yeah, it was Davy and Goliath.
Davy and Goliath. I don't remember that at all.
Okay.
And then, do they still do Rudolph and stuff at Christmas?
Yeah.
The OG Rudolph and Frosty.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you? Nah. What do you want, like the new version where like with CGI?
Yeah, just give me Home Alone and Jingle All the Way.
That's not I mean, look, it's not like Rudolph was when I was a kid. That was from like the 20s or whatever. With one company that did both of them.
Yeah.
Actually. That was from way before our time.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to watch old shows. Like I watched Little Rascals. I watched Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
I had Brady Bunch was before my time. Love me some Brady Bunch.
Me too. Watched them all.
Yeah. Braves at Giants tonight. A's at Mets, the surging sort of Mets. They're
JJ Bleday.
JJ Bleday in New York.
Mm-hmm.
JJ goes to New York. On this day in sports history, August 13th, 1991, Joe Montana tore a tendon in his elbow in practice, kept him out of football for nearly 2 years. What could have been with him?
Yeah, he might have been a player. Yeah.
I just...
You got these.
You do? Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Thank you. August 13th, 1995. Oh, God. We were just talking about him yesterday. Homering from both sides of the plate. 10th time he did it in his career. And then Mickey Mantle passed away at the age of 63.
Do you remember this day well?
I remember it incredibly well because
one of your heroes.
He was one of my, it was the first sports book I ever read, the Mick. I've said that many times. And he was the first athlete I think I was ever an expert on as a kid. Like I was obsessed with Mickey Mantle. He was my dad's hero, one of his. My dad saw him play live, grew up in New York. And I just became obsessed with the Yankees circa, early to mid 50s, where Mickey kind of took the mantle, pun intended, from Joe DiMaggio. Everything from Joe not calling him off and Mickey tearing his knee early in his career on a sprinkler head and the osteomyelitis he dealt with. And then just his life. His life was so interesting. Obviously, super duper star, biggest athlete in all of America for a while. But his beginnings growing up in Commerce, Oklahoma, the Commerce Comet, and a guy that was really, truly a 5-tool athlete. Like he was every bit as fast as Willie Mays back in the day. A lot of people don't realize that about Mickey. They just know he was a power hitter, and towards the end of his career was, very almost Kurt Gibson-like.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to make it modern. But as I said yesterday, his father Mutt grew up working in the mines, as did his grandfather, as did his great, and they all died in their early 40s. And Mickey was just absolutely convinced that he was going to die in his 40s, and was like, YOLO, I'm living it. I'm going to go out. I'm getting hammered every night. I'm going to carouse. I'm going to, not exactly be faithful to my wife. I'm going to do what I do. And he was a bit of a scoundrel. Also authored maybe the greatest note in the history of sports when they were doing a reunion at Yankee Stadium. And he was asked a question on a questionnaire, and he answered it quite bluntly. Are you aware of what I'm talking about? Does that ring a bell at all? The Mickey Mantle's answer to the Yankee Stadium reunion questionnaire?
No.
Look it up on your own, everybody, because I certainly can't talk about it on the air, at least without getting fired. But Mickey was quite blunt. And then, he came to realize later in life, and was very open about it, that he cost himself a lot of years with his heavy drinking, his liver issues. And yeah, that is one of those that, that's one of those that could be, if he was not injured type of things.
Yeah.
What would have happened? All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, celebrity birthdays and more coming up, right after this.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SacktownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SacktownSports.com.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about my friends and my guy downtown, SackLegalDefense.com. That's Jonathan Gonzalez and the law offices that he has down there. Now, look, you never know when you may need someone to represent you on your behalf. You don't want to be in this position, but it does happen. So when it does, you want to be prepared. You want to know someone you can trust, a lawyer that you know is going to go to bat for you, someone that's in our community. Well, Jonathan Gonzalez and his law team, they check all those boxes right here in downtown Sacramento. And doesn't just count you as one of the many clients that a lot of these places just turn and burn through cases. They want to win, obviously, for you, for them, and to do what's best for our community. And now that could be, what might you need this representation for? Well, let's talk about wrongful termination cases. Those things do happen. Auto accidents, maybe something from your past that you'd like to get rid of, an expungement, whatever and wherever you feel the need for representation, I suggest you contact saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. Again, that's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez at saclegaldefense.com or 916-304-9187.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey! Hey! Gentlemen, and you know what, Alan, I actually texted you this question when I was overseas, so you have a little bit of a head start. So like breakdancing girl, and she
Yes.
So if it meant that you were going to be on one hand an international joke, and it would be like the first line of your obituary, but on the other hand, if you had the opportunity to call yourself an Olympian, go to the Olympics, experience everything that it had to be, but you knew you were going to be a joke for it, but also you're an Olympian, would you go?
You asked Alan that already?
We were talking back and forth. I sent him the text about ray gun that I sent to Kyle, and Dave basically said, "Well, at least I'd get to say I'm Olympian." I said, "Is it worth it?"
Yeah, like that's.
I mean, I saw the video of her getting back to Australia, and they were all surrounded. Did you see
they
it?
love
She
her.
started dancing again, and someone said that set was better than what she did.
It was way better
at the Olympics.
Yeah, it was pretty good,
but wasn't that great.
No, there was just no squirming on the ground.
Right.
To answer your question, Dave,
Really
hold on, don't answer it yet. Hold on.
It's a nice pen.
It's a royal pen.
Okay. What is your answer? I just wanted to write down my guess.
It really depends on how long you think this thing is gonna rotate. You know what I mean? How long is it gonna last? In 20 years, when you get to say I was an Olympian, this
But you don't know that. So would you do it or no? Like, here's the only thing you know: you're gonna suck, and you're gonna be a joke, and you're gonna be an Olympian, and you get to go to the Olympics. Those are the 4 things you know.
This is tough. I'd do it.
I would not do it.
I wrote down Chris Watkins' answer in advance. I thought you'd say no.
I'm really torn, but I feel like, hey, all you need is a brand, and I feel like I can flip it, right, Jason?
Exactly.
You could.
Thank you,
It's
Jason.
working really well for Hawk Tua Girl right now.
I mean,
She's still going.
Making money, or
She just got interviewed by
every time I go on Snapchat, she's got her own box.
By the way, I thought it was Hawktois. No.
I'm just gonna move forward,
Okay.
knowing that you're joking.
I would whatever. I mean, what? Did you guys split?
What happened? What was
I
the
don't
story
know if I
with
do.
Eddie the Eagle?
Oh, wasn't he
Didn't
the?
he-
Yeah,
wasn't he
he was a
awful?
ski jumper, and he was terrible. But then he ended up,
So that's a good example. That's like 30 years ago, 20-something years
Yeah.
ago. And I mean, I know the name, but like, what has that done for him?
It's almost like, would you want to be Bill Buckner?
Or you had that woman at the Winter
You
Olympics.
played in the Major League Baseball.
It's not like that.
That's different.
What's the point of being an Olympian if you aren't respected as an Olympian?
Yeah.
I think there is
Most
still a
of
level
them
of respect
aren't
for her.
respected.
There is a level of
very
respect
much
for her.
disagree.
And they're removing breakdancing, by the way.
I know.
Yeah,
She's the reason.
because of her. But you get to say you're an Olympian.
Yeah.
But you're not really if everybody
Yes,
laughs
But
at
no,
you.
hold on. Because you, it was Kyle
Let's just
yesterday.
make an Alan show the rest of the time.
and a Chris show. No, Chris, but this is what I was talking about yesterday. Chris and I, we were going back and forth on our all created equal.
Right.
Well, back
And Chris
forth
didn't
is a-
and Chris didn't agree because
I was
I said there's some
confused. I was
merchants out
very
there,
confused.
but now you're saying, are you really an Olympian because it's breakdancing?
No, I'm saying, are you really an Olympian because nobody respects you? If everyone thinks you're a joke, the point of being an Olympian is that there's some sort of gravitas behind it.
So you respect all those equestrian riders.
Sure, if you tell me you're an Olympian at it, I'm like, wow, you clearly are very, very
Who do you
talented at
respect
this.
more, Olympic horse or Olympic rider?
Does that matter?
So,
Okay,
if,
when-
so
Go
if
ahead,
a person
Chris.
goes up there,
Go
air
ahead,
rifle,
Chris. Just, don't let him answer the question.
air
Go ahead.
rifle misses everything. You
Yeah.
don't see it, so they're respected because you didn't see it.
I don't even remember what exactly Ray Gunn's face
Yeah.
is in 20 years when blah 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 whatever. As long as I don't say, if I'm Ray Gunn, if I just don't say my name, right? Oh, you're an Olympian. Yeah, I did breakdancing. Did you place? No, I didn't do too well.
Hey, do you remember that girl that was like so terrible and we were all laughing at her? And
I don't
like,
think I'm saying I'm an
everyone's-
Olympian if I'm her.
Jason, you
He's gonna have a
are.
talk show in like 3 weeks.
Thank
That'll be
you.
canceled
There's
in
nothing.
five.
There's nothing.
She's gonna make
There's
some
no-
money.
Anything is. You can overcome anything.
We were
This is
saying
light
she's
work.
She
gonna have a
literally
podcast.
wrote the book on breakdancing.
She
Yes,
actually
she's a
did.
professor.
That's a strong
Yes,
point.
in Australia.
And
And you live in Australia. I mean, she's gonna be fine, guys.
Wait, hold on. Why does living
Yeah,
in Australia
it's-
matter?
I mean, it's
Don't
beautiful.
listen to all the words.
You live in Australia.
You live in
You're
Australia.
Australian.
You got shrimp. Come on.
I mean, somebody brings up a good point. Is she the William Hung of breakdancing? Kind of.
And he had a great career.
Great.
yeah.
He had a career.
I mean, he
Name
made
his
a
second
career?
song. He didn't have any.
He didn't
She
have
bangs
anything.
When's the last time you thought of William Hung?
about 3 seconds ago.
sooner,
At least
longer
15
than I should have.
So it doesn't matter. It's gonna. Everyone forgets about everything anyway.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's deep.
Chris is like weirdly on both
That's
sides.
like
Yeah, no.
that is such a Morrissey line. It doesn't matter. Everyone forgets about everything, anyways. That's great.
Yep. So I think we know who won this debate.
Me and Alan.
I would say.
And Dave.
I think Chris
Dave.
won it.
Well, Chris was a fence sitter. We don't appreciate.
I was a fence sitter.
You were a fence sitter.
I didn't even think about it. I said yes immediately.
I am going to give. I will be the judge, and we'll go to celebrity birthdays. I am giving the winner of the debate to Whitey Gleason. Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. He won.
The worst.
Where's Crumble Chris anyway?
You know, one of the reasons I'm that
That's
way,
like horseradish.
I'm not. It's Tyreek Hill. Did you hear that? Yeah. We're using that a lot. You know, one of the reasons I'm like that is because I just like pushing your buttons. I like pushing, not in a bad way. I like cracking you up. I admit it. I enjoy making you laugh.
I enjoy laughing.
Family, and you told me to say that. Nothing brings family and friends together better than crumble cookies. Chris Roulette. Jason's going to read us the birthdays.
On this date, August 13th, what year did the show South Park come out?
Oh, man.
Oh, I know that.
1997.
That's literally what I was going to say.
Is everybody going to say it?
Well, I could see it technically being 96, but he's right. It was 97.
96.
Like the first episode. Well, it's not actually an episode. It's a Christmas special.
96.
I know it was 97 because the first episode I ever saw was right when I got done with my drive to St. Paul, Minnesota to go move in with my brother and his now wife. And Cartman called somebody a D word that rhymes with Fildo. And I saw that.
He just told us what it was.
Well, I can't say it on the air.
Yeah.
And it was in 1997. They probably
1997.
Well done.
All right. How about the movie Tropic Thunder? Came out on this date.
God, I feel like this is older than I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2006.
I was going to say 2004.
Oh,
No.
I was going to say 07 or 08.
No.
I'll say
Let him answer the question.
I'll say 07.
No. 08.
08. We have a correct answer, and it's 08.
Oh, 2 for 2. Alan Stiles.
Should have let him answer.
Yeah, you should have let him answer first. That's the trick.
Happy birthday, DeMarcus Cousins.
Hey. Hey, how do I not know
Shoe
this?
over there.
So he might be younger.
Close personal friend of yours.
Yeah.
You should have this. You should have wished him happy birthday.
I should have. Well, we have similar. Yeah, our birthdays are the same. A couple days apart. I'm trying to buy time here. DeMarcus, who was drafted in 2000, 33.
35, 33.
36.
34.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Chris Roulette, 34.
Oh, dang it to heck.
Happy birthday to...
You forgot he got a year older today.
I did. Yeah, because he was actually born at 10:15 p.m.
Right.
Mobile, Alabama time. So he is still technically 33.
A little bit slower over there.
Yeah.
Dallas Braden.
Dallas Braden.
Perfect game.
Beard.
Mother's Day.
Dallas Braden is 40 today. Big 4-0. No.
40, 42.
Ooh.
Can I talk?
39. Dude, too far.
Okay.
Too far.
What'd you say, Chris?
43.
We had a tie. I forgot who the numbers were there. 41.
From the 209, also an Olympian, the wide world of sports agony of defeat wipeout skier.
Was that in the Olympics?
That's not even a name.
One more time.
From the wide world of sports, where they say the
before their
agony
time.
of defeat, the dude fell off the ski jump.
Speed climbing.
Now, if it was actually speed climbing where you did a bunch of meth and had to climb a mountain, I would watch that.
Say that, but you
That'd
won't
be
say
amazing.
the D word. That sounds like Phil.
Meth isn't a bad word. It's a bad thing to do, though. 1-800-GAMBLER. For Jason, I don't know. For Chris, Styles and Watkins, are they going to get in an argument? Is somebody going to walk out of the room? I don't know. Stay tuned. It's the best show on Sacktown Sports Middays. It's coming up next.
Our first year is the radio home of the San Francisco